Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm going to address this comment right now that I just read here. Yo, my dude, you said you don't like BitBoy because so because he made a few mistakes in the past. Yo, you realize that, like, he's putting his life on the line? You realize that, right? He's going after billionaires. People that could spend money anywhere for anything. Dude, get your head out of the sand and realize that he just saved you. He saved millions of people, millions of dollars. I believe he redeemed himself from any issue that he ever made before. If you don't think that, get the F off my chat, get the L out of this room, and bounce. Not playing with any of you people. He put his life on the line. I'm not playing with you people. Bye, Felicia. Get lost, bro. Bounce. We don't want your money. We don't want your vibes. We don't want you. Bounce. I love every single person that represents and helps everyone in the world. He's risking his life. If you don't realize that, you are not paying attention. Nobody is perfect. Stop acting like you're perfect. Stop acting like you never made a mistake. Stop acting like you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. You've made a mistake. Every one of us has. Just because someone's a public figure, you get to throw stones at them. Oh, you get to make your mistakes privately so nobody knows about them. Stop crucifying people. If you respect what I do, then just respect me. And don't say anything negative on my stream at all about anybody. Stay in your lane. I'm not here for the money. I'm not here for the accolades. I'm here for the truth, baby. If fighting for the truth gets me a legacy and gets me known, that it is what it is. But I'm here for the truth, and I always have been. Respect to everybody that holds me down. Much love to each and every one of you. I love you with all my heart, and I feel the love every single day, baby. You know who you are. My lifers, baby, my lifers. Lifers are like raindrops because we just keep coming, replenishing the earth, giving back. The cycle continues. I love y'all. You have brought so much joy into my life. You've changed me in ways I never knew I would change. You've showed me things I never knew I would see. And you demonstrated love, light, respect, and happiness and honor in ways I never thought I would be surrounded by such high-level individuals every day of my life. I love you all for everything you do for me. Man, you have no idea what y'all do for me, do you? I'm going to show you tonight, baby. Let's put in the work. Saturday night, everyone else is out there getting drunk, doing their thing. I took my family out, did the right thing, and now I'm with my true family, my second family, and we're going to do the right thing again. Respect to each and every one of you. Discipline is earned. Discipline, baby, every single day, baby. I love y'all. Love is the strongest frequency in the world. When you live in love, you cannot be beat. They can't get you, baby. They just can't get you. Who talked about Doge this morning? And Doge still doing a little dance, baby. If there's money out here, we gonna find it, baby. I'm gonna give you some insight today that's gonna blow your mind. Woo. Can you feel the love? Can you feel the love? Can you feel the love? We got the new scoop on what's happening. We got the new coins that are pumping. We got the news for you that nobody else has. Right away, baby. Right away. We're about to come to you right now. I got the intro wrong today because I'm traveling. So you have to see the beginning of the wrong intro, but then I'm going to get it right. Give me a second. Just give me a second. But we are going to get it done. Don't you worry. Boom, 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 boom. Saturday night, baby. Saturday night. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Let's get it moving. Yeah. My name is Tom. No, I'm sorry. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're with the Crypto Lifer. Let's get into brass tacks. Let's get a sip of water. Let's break it down, and let's talk about what's happening in the charts today. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Let's get that music pumping back up to the upbeat. Let's get you moving. Let's get you dancing in your seat. Let's get you moving, feeling complete. Yeah, baby. Dip to dip, dip to dip, flip the dip, flip the dip, 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 dip. That's how we do. People are like, well, what is this guy doing? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And this is Unconscious Relation, Spaceless, The Other Space, Happy, Restless, and Deep House, because I'm always happy and restless. That's how it is. I'm looking at DYDX. Decided this thing would pump. I nailed this pump. Since I put it out, it's already up to the upside. Massive candle. Boom. 8.7% of you in my trading group already nailed it. I put this out like 10, 20, a half an hour ago. Booming to the upside for a massive move. Why? I figured it out. I got an alert. I got trade bots alerts, and the alert said that there was some heavy buying pressure for DYDX. And then I said, well, of course, it's a decentralized exchange. Let me break down the knowledge here. I'm really good at following the money, all right? That's my skill. That's what I do, all right? So I can figure out where the money's going and why it's going there. Logically, it makes sense. You go, okay, nobody trusts centralized exchanges. This is the best thing that could ever happen to crypto, because when John McAfee, before he was whatever, right? Epstein, whatever you want to say, before that happened, right? He was talking about decentralized, and he's like, soon you're going to use decentralized. Remember, he had his own decentralized exchange he was putting out there, and he's like, it's going to be amazing. We only have a few coins now, but soon every coin is going to be out there, and you're going to be transacting with each other's wallets, all with your own, with your own keys. Dude, look at this thing mooning, and I talked about this in my trading group. Dude, we are making gains tonight, so somehow we still pull off gains, dude. Shout out to everybody in my trading group. We are making gains. I mean, the fact that you could pull 12% out of the market in the last 15 to 30 minutes out of my trading group on a Saturday night. While most people are out drinking, playing games, we're making money every single day of the week. I mean, that's a gain right there, a fat gain. You can see I just put this out. So let's follow the money. If the centralized exchanges are losing people, then who wins? Decentralized exchanges, DYDX, USDT on KuCoin. 4 hours just getting started, more and more people will flock to decentralized exchanges, right? That's the safest. That's where they feel the best. So making gains, baby. Making gains on a Saturday night, and there we found it. We were able to find the money, baby, and it makes sense. So there's going to be a lot of other decentralized exchange. I'm going to put a report out and to do a beautiful video, top 5 decentralized exchanges. To my team, Sean, write this down. Get it to Jamie, and let's get some research done. Let's get this cooking. This should be the next video I put out because it's relevant. It's about the times, and if we could get it out by Thursday, I would really be cool. I'm going to fly back home on Monday. If by Monday night I could get this going, I think it'll be really good. So if we can get the top 5 decentralized exchanges, DXDY is one of them. There's a few other ones that come to mind in my head. There's another one like DXY or it has a very similar name, DYX, or not DIX like the dollar, but it's almost like similar to DYDX. And there's a few other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do know they're out there. So if you want to, my Discord, $3 a day. All right, for $3 a day, and I share my life stories. I talk about what I'm doing, break down a lot of other information. We were looking at DOGEBTC earlier today. Boom, boom, boom. But I'm going to do a report on the top best decentralized exchanges. I will find the money. It is what I do for a living. It is all I have to do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm destined to do, is get that paper, baby. Shout out and help you find the money. All right? I help you find the money by educating you. Then you have the education to find the money for yourself. Right? This is not a signals group. Teach a man to fish. Right? And he'll eat for the rest of his life. Give a man a fish, he's going to need you over and over again. We're about to hit that first target. Even that would be nice. 10% gains in a half an hour on a Saturday night. I would be in and out. That's greedy to go all the way up for the 35. That's a beautiful, beautiful gain. However, the 4 hours does suggest this is just getting started. That's a bullish engulfing candle if I've ever seen one. Boom, boom, boom. And again, I usually don't like to buy breakouts, but that thing was starting to move. And I was like, hey, that thing is mooning. So, and it made sense. You're like, well, if people are freaking out, they're getting their money off of decentralized, but they still want to trade. They're going to go find the next best way to trade. They're going to type in decentralized exchanges. They're going to realize how they can connect their hardware wallet, and they're going to get busy, okay? And so I'm going to teach you this type of information. See, anyone can teach you the charts, but do they have the information to understand what's going on? Can they flip the script for you at any single moment in time and find out where the money is going? Then add the TA to it, and then make a precise entry, and that is the goal in life. to be able to figure out where the money is on any single given day, no matter what, 7 days a week. And the better you get at it, the better you get at it, right? So I always say God challenges you to challenge you. Funny, huh? Haven't had a lemon in my water in the last few days. Suspect, right? But look, we wicked almost to the biggest. That's your first resistance where this wick came from. Basically right there. People start taking profits early. That's what happens. If you want to know if you want to jump in on this or if you're looking at it, I go to the smallest time frame I can find and I begin to draw flags. If it can stay inside the flag, this thing can continue to the upside. It could get busy. So, you know, and the flags are just, they're kind of outlines. They're like when you go get a suit and they just do the outline, then they're going to come and make it tighter. Similar to that, like just the broad general measurement. Then we're going to come and tailor that thing out, you know. But right now we're just slapping up a quick measurement and idea here. This would be the presentable entry. If this thing continues to pump, it would do something as such. Also, I'd like to just raise the stop loss to break even and ride this trade out. Seems like it could continue to the upside based on the 4-hour time frame. So I start off without wasting your time, without BSing, and just showing you where the money's flowing in cryptocurrency. All right. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're with the Crypto Lifer. You are the lifers. Together, we make the greatest show in all of cryptocurrency, in my humble opinion. And we do it for the love. We do it for the respect. We do it for the honor every single day. Another thing I'm looking at is DOGEBTC. Why? Because Doge looks to be beating up on Bitcoin. If it's going to keep going with this payment processes and Bitcoin goes sideways, there's a chance that Doge could get one up on Bitcoin here and continue to the upside. Inside of a flag on the 15-minute, I can see it go sideways and continue to the upside. I'd watch that flag for entry. But when I flip back out and I zoom out to the daily time frame and I take a look at what's cooking, good looking, smoking in the ocean. I mean, I was talking about this here. This is now up from where I put it out this morning. So another gain that I posted today. While I was, you know, quote unquote on vacation, but I was, you know, I did a morning update and I said, you'll see me back at 8 p.m. today. I streamed more than most YouTubers on my days, on my quote unquote vacation days with my family in Florida than they do when they're working their butt off in their home studios. Come on, man. The work ethic here is unfathomable, and you know it is, and we do it every single day. We have perfected the discipline. We've brought it into my life, and it's a habit to hit that discipline every single day. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. You're beautiful people, and I love you all. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. If you use love to get where you're going to get there faster, quicker, and the ride's going to be absolutely beautiful. Maybe not faster and quicker, but the ride's going to be absolutely beautiful, and you're going to enjoy every single second, all right? And just remember, I mean, you're only here for not too long on this earth, you know? Make the best every single moment that you have, because at one point you will be gone, you know what I mean? So make the best of every single moment that you have in this earth. There's nothing else. There really is nothing else, you know? Shout out to everybody here. I'm super excited. So look, that's up 8%. This is up about 12.8, you know, in total on the wick. And yeah, you know, we were talking about this down at 198, then it broke through the $2 and it was gone to 225, up 20% faster than fast on the day. We didn't get the original pump, so up 12% for the move, right? And look, what's the biggest gainer of the day today? Let's take a look right now. It reset after the hourly rate, but look, DYDX, top gainer. And there you go. That's how we do it. We hit the top gainer for the moment in time, you know, but that's how you do it. There's no other way, baby. There's no other way. Huge shout out today. Super excited. I'm trying to find this Instagram account, but I'm going to be working out with a top Instagrammer tomorrow. I'm super excited about it. He actually is a lifer, so this is like a big deal, and he's going to give me some tips and tricks and help me work out. So I want to blast him out there and put him out. I got to find my DMs though. I'm not good at this social media stuff. I can't find everything. They're moving it all around. Oh, there it is now. Okay, cool. Shout out to Brad Varnell, always holding me down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. So my man Roy, nutrition coach, all right, at RBN Fitness. Let me just find him. Instagram, RBN Fitness. I can't sign into Instagram right now, so maybe I can't find it. But this is his website, though. It's Roy, right? Roy Benitez. Just want to make sure. Yeah, this guy is like, look at this guy. RBNfitness.com. Look at Roy, dude. He don't play. He transforms people daily into their beautiful bodies that they want to recreate themselves. Like, this dude is amazing. And so I'll be working out with him tomorrow. And dude, he has 985,000 followers on Instagram. He is a boss of bosses. He knows his discipline. He knows what he does. rbnfitness.com. Check him out. He's in Miami doing his thing. He's going to work out with me tomorrow. Reached out to me, gave him his phone number, said, dude, you've done so much for me in my life. I want to like spend some time with you. And I know, just like if you spend time with me, you'd understand so much about trading. You spend time with this man, you're going to understand so much about the body, about how to just be precise. I've been involved in health and fitness industry for over 10 years. Throughout that time, I developed and grew my body using special workouts and customized nutrition plans designed to achieve my fitness goals. Now I'm ready to share my unique fitness routine and diet plans with the world. My vision is to help inspire and motivate anyone and everyone who's looking to make it. So we're gonna share that on social media. You want to look out for that. We're gonna be working out, have some fun, and I'm always gonna joke around. We're gonna have a good life for time. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Like, I'm actually like freaking out. I think it's gonna be a really, really good time. Roy, thank you so much for the love, man. Really, really can't wait. I'm excited. Weekly candle close live stream tomorrow night, baby. That's right. Shout out to the Blue Crew and everybody here. It's okay. You can tell if you're lagging, if you're behind in time, on time, and thing. Bro, don't skip leg day. This guy has a picture of Rod in his locker. You're so funny, man. He's trying to be like Rod, the dad bod. Ha ha ha. Hope everyone's doing well, even with the recent events. Shout out to probably Prod by Woody, produced by Woody. Thank you so much. Yeah. 8-pack. I know, right? That dude Diesel. Diesel, bro. Diesel. I got to get a session with him one day. Dude, he'll hook you up. Send in your super chats or TA or deep dives. Support the stream. Lifer moves to Florida. I know. Hey, Lifers, manifest the positive. Ignore the negative. 333. My man knows how to do it. He really does. And honestly, you would think one of the worst days, like the whole market dumped, right? And everything was down. He'd be like, oh, no one's going to join my trading big. People don't want to get in. Honestly, complete opposite. I'm getting texts about people who want to get into the market. People are excited. They're like, yo, my boss just gave me some ETH. Look at this pumping to the upside. This thing is mooning. We find a mooner. Look at the 1 minute chart about to moon out of this flag to the upside. And that's why you have to use the smaller time frames. When things are moving, they are moving. This looks like it's going to continue to the upside to 243. We found the gainer of the night, baby. And this market isn't done. People love trading this market. There's opportunity every single night here, and I'm proving it to you every single day. You just got to show up and find it. Dude, if you clicked onto this channel, you started making gains the minute this channel started. The minute this channel started, if you had the education and if you knew what you were doing. And I can teach you this education. I teach class every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. Every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. Like, come on, learn the language of the charts. Jump on in with me every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. Yes, every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. Boom, boom, boom. Yo. And if the stream's lagging a little bit, it could be my camera. It could be so many different things. I'm streaming from a Wi-Fi service. Just know that you're there. You're getting the information, and the information is coming through loud and clear, okay? Is a little bit of bearish divergence right there. Could you continue to pump? I like to take profits at resistance. You got to do whatever makes you happy. If that can continue to the upside, it will. 1 hour time frame is beginning to get a little overbought. So this is why I would look for a flag, and that's why I showed you that flag too as well. But we got that extra pump on the 1 minute time frame. Boom, boom, boom. But wow. Can't believe we found the gainer and we nailed it. And I was talking to Stack last night. I'm like, how do I do it? I don't know when I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I did it again. I did it again. And it's the consistency. It's the discipline. Like today, I could have just completely blown off the day. I didn't do the weekly screen share like I did, I normally do on Thursday afternoons, and I apologize for that, but I was just too busy, too many things going on. I was trying to fit in a Saturday morning, but what I will do is I double stream today, and so I try to make it up for you guys by double streaming and finding the money, okay? I'm finding the money. I'm doing everything I can to find that money. Let's take a look at BTC, but look at DOGEBTC still pumping to the upside, and we talked about this. We went over it. This thing is looking somewhat bullish too as well, so I believe we found the money in the market today. Look at the BTC pairs. What are BTC pairs? How to trade them? Trias BTC up nice today with a huge move. SFP up pretty nice. SafePal, which is a great wallet. Look, SafePal, you can trade decentralized with the SafePal wallet. So now let's look at, I know what the most of the decentralized world and the best ones that are coming at you. SafePal, you can actually keep it on your wallet and trade. So the thing is, everyone's going to start learning how to do this. I actually think this is the greatest thing that ever happened to the space. When crypto came out, it was supposed to stop fractional reserve lending from the banks. What is fractional reserve lending? It's when all the people, the masses, deposit all their money into the banks, okay? The banks create funds out of thin air. But once you deposit money, they do procreations. So say there's 1 million people in the world and they each make 100 grand, right? That's a lot of money, and they put it all into the bank, right? $10 billion, right? Whatever it is. Then they get to put that down and they get to lend out $100 billion on the 10 billion because that 10 billion is a fractional reserve of the bigger money. Every time you place money into the bank, they use that deposit as a way to lend out 90% more on your deposit. It's called fractional reserve lending. It's a Ponzi scheme that will eventually collapse upon itself. Sam Bankman-Fried, right? His mom, Barbara Fried, and all these people, they are, kind of people who ran these banking systems. And he basically figured it was okay to run crypto like these banking systems with fractional reserve currencies. He was using our money to do all his other things. And if everything worked out, he would have been able to replace the money and all would have been fine. He was using customer funds to continue, you see what he did, right? He was using customer. I explained it all yesterday in my video. I broke it down last night. I hope my team can clip that out and make it a real video because I explained like the whole entire thing. Sean, that would be a really good edit project for you to start on. You could wow us all on the low. If you took that out and you just clipped it out, then you gave it to Josh and maybe Josh just added a little mix to it, you might be able to help Josh out with a nice rough edit. These are just cool ideas. Maybe you're doing these things already too. I don't want to be rude because you guys are on point. Lately, my team is just ripping the social media apart. You guys know exactly what you're doing. You're really getting it. You're starting to really hit it. And you're understanding how this works. We are blowing up on Twitter. Like, we just had 8,000, now 9,000, we just hit 9,000. We already hit 150 more. We are growing at the speed of light. We're one of the fastest growing channels on all of social media. One of the fastest growing entities in the web right now. I'm telling you right now. I spent my day here. I spent my day beachside with the baby. She was passed out. Look how beautiful she is. And I'm just sitting here looking at the beautiful Hollywood Beach, Florida, chilling in a daybed. Chilling in a daybed. You know what I mean? Like my old man face. Dude, 1,660 views on Twitter. I don't think I ever got that. That's pretty crazy. And amazing testimonials. But look, they post testimonials. They post a link. They post this. They post that. Like, they don't stop. They do not stop. Big news. We're having Ben on the channel on Friday at 10 a.m. BitBoy on the channel Friday at 10 a.m. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You are all amazing, amazing, beautiful people. I feel so blessed to be here with each and every one of you. 399 people on the live stream, 223 likes, $5.54. The people that didn't show up tonight, the people that decided Saturday night was too busy to go out and party, they just missed out on the gains. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's good to take a break. You don't have to trade every single day of the week. Look at BitBoy still trending. He is all over Twitter. And why? You know why. Because he's boys with Elon, and Elon's boys with CZ, and CZ knows. And they're going to keep pushing the story. 5 hours later, FTX Alameda had a failsafe in case authorities were even onto them. The hack last night was an internal system meant to delete and data and evidence. Fortunately, even without specifics, I alone have enough to send Caroline, Gary Wang, Dan Friedberg, and SPF to prison for life. Look at that. Even without specifics, I alone have enough to send them away for life, dude. You guys remember when that clip of me pissed off yelling went around the internet for 3 days? Dude, anyone who's... if you're running your mouth, I get it. He may have made some mistakes in the past, but dude, come on. He is putting his neck on the line for every single person in cryptocurrency. He will be remembered in history. Do you realize this? And everyone that was a part of the good fight will be remembered in history. Like, this is not a blip. 200-300 years from now, they'll talk about Ben Armstrong. And I'm telling you right now, you don't think so? Then you don't know what you're talking about. All right? So, and honestly, he took a chance on the unknown kid. And here's another thing. A lot of people have channels out there, right? A lot of people have channels. He started ATB. His channel became a branch where other channels could go out. He could have kept his channel and been like, I'm the boss, and just kept growing and growing like other channels do, like Meet Kevin and all these other big channels. And nothing against Meet Kevin. I love Meet Kevin. Great dude. Meet Kevin got beat to the ground too. And I'm going to talk about Meet Kevin. And I've reached out to Meet Kevin, and I want to see him on the show. I want you guys to go to Meet Kevin as much as you can and say, Lifer wants you on the show. Look at this. Dog the bounty hunter, right? Luckily for SBF, the authorities got him before I did. Can't find who sent this to credit. Right? This is awesome. Who used to watch this show? Who's crazy like me and watch? Because I was at the beginning of reality TV. You know, my generation, we were the beginning of reality TV. So we saw some of the first reality TV shows. Dog the Bounty Hunter was kind of one of the first premiered, reality TV shows out there. Dude, BitBoy's still treading hard, dude. I just landed in Bora Bora. BitBoy and I are commencing Operation Find Bankman. The raid on SBF's hideout will be live streamed. Dude, this is crazy, man. I just landed in Bora Bora. Dude, the Bahamas look absolutely beautiful, though, huh? Dude, I'm not that far. I'm about to rent a boat and go over there. I'm not that far. I'm right across the bridge, baby. Across the water, man. I'm going to drop across the pond. Have you gone down the Sam Bank? Dude, Sam fried the bank, man. I'm the first one to say that. Hold on. Let's tweet that. Sam fried the bank, man. It's not even funny. I'm sorry. But it's like, you know what? You get what you deserve. You get what you deserve in this life. And God has what's coming to you when you use... Dude, people's money... Everyone acts like it's just money. But people's money, dude... Someone works so hard for their money. Someone might work a night shift and not see their kids for that money. You know what I mean? Like, people drive trucks across the country and they don't see their kids for days on end. And then you steal their money. So you're stealing time that they dedicated away from their families. Like, you stole so much more than money. You stole energy. You stole dedication. You stole hopes and dreams. People saved and did the right thing, put their money in a savings account. Like my man Jacob Cadefield said. I like what Jacob said. If we take a look at what Jacob said, he said these weren't even degens. Some people just had USDT parked in an FTX exchange. Like, it wasn't that serious. And yes, it was, though. Yes, it was. Right? Did you know SBF's brother founded Guardians Against Pandemics? Did you know his aunt Linda is a member of the WEF for Global Agenda Council on Aging? Did you know that BitBoy Crypto was right? Look at this, dude. I mean, largest donor to Joe Biden. His brother is named Gabe Bankman-Fried and is a founder of the Guardian Against Pandemics. His auntie is named Linda Fried, and she is a World Economics Forum member on the Global Agenda Council on Aging. FTX Exchange had a head of ventures and commercial named Amy Wu. She came from the Clinton Foundation. Michelle Wu. I'm just saying, like, I think this sounds like, I'm not trying to like point fingers here, and I'm not on either side of either party. I am a blockchain party. I have my own party that I started this year, and we're going to keep going until that blockchain party becomes real. Running for president in 2032, explaining that I understood the history of money, I understood the future of money, and I've been telling people that inflation was coming since 2010. I could have far outperformed Joe Biden in this entire endeavor that he's in. I swear, I promise on my life. I would have done such a better job than he did, and I know I would have. I would have been so much more dedicated. My heart is just in the right place, and there's no way I would. I have a 99. I have a trading group with 850 people. Never mind having to work for 360 million across America. Man, the obligation I would feel to do work so hard during my 4 years as president, I would work until my hands fell. I would just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. Buddy, you scammed out. I'm humping up for paid services, walking on thin ice. See what this dude just said? You know what I mean? He didn't scam anybody because you bought the project. You went on YouTube, you watched a YouTuber, and then you bought a project. That's on you. That's on you. If I watched BitBoy and bought a coin that he liked and was enthusiastic about, and I lost my money, that's not BitBoy's fault. That's your fault. If you think it's anyone else's fault but your own, you're not taking responsibility for yourself, and you're not going to become a lifer. Done. Lifers take responsibility for themselves. Lifers blame themselves for everything in life so they can learn from them. He didn't go to your house, caress your hand, put his nice little hands on top of his BitBoy fingers on top of your mouse, and click the buy button. Okay? He didn't. So if I keep reading stuff like this means this guy right here, this means that you don't take responsibility for yourself. I get it. People make mistakes. I'm not disclosing that. I'm not putting that out. Right? And I get it. But you have to look at what's happening right now in the present. He told multiple people to get off of FTX for 3 weeks. Had you had millions of dollars in there and you taken it off, you would have saved yourself millions of dollars. Maybe he actually might have broken even. Or maybe he might be on the plus side at this point. And you know what? As I said before, If you don't think he's redeemed himself at this point, then I don't know what else you want from the man. He's risking everything he has, okay? And if you don't realize that, these are powerful people. When you play with powerful people, and think about it, they may be the billionaires, but there was a guy somewhere worth 100 mil that got involved. Another guy worth 50 mil. There was a lot of people that you don't know that were involved in this. And those people are not happy, okay? And it takes one phone call. So you, like Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO FTX of MIT graduate, Carolyn Ellison, CEO of Alameda, dated Bankman-Fried, daughter of Glenn Ellison, okay? Glenn Ellison, professor of economics, former boss of Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler, head of SEC, former professor at MIT. He gave $5 million to the person that put Gary in office. Oh, he was the biggest donor to Joe Biden's. He gave all the money to the Fetterman campaign. Oh, so when Fetterman won and he got all that money from false, you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to be political. I'm just following the money. And when you follow the money, it seems to get political. And I don't want to be. I'm just staying on. But this is the facts, everyone. And when you uncover facts, you got to go over the facts. It is what it is. Okay? This is the facts. And I'm just reporting the news. I'm just reading the news here. Don't shoot the messenger. I do not see why people think answer confirmation is positive. He seems to indicate a desire to act against cryptos and could be the head of the SEC who oversees the great transfer of blockchain innovation from America to Europe and Asia. Called him out as a risk earlier, BitBoy in March 21. He even has much worse than I feared back then. SBF was bad, one of the most financial frauds in history. It may be the biggest financial fraud in history. I think it's bigger than Bernie Madoff. It is. But there's one person worse than him, one person who is actually responsible for everything. This man is... He intentionally provided zero clarity in crypto. That's why you lost. Had he provided clarity, right? And then every time they ask him, he says there's perfect clarity, there's extreme clarity. But then the institutions say there's no clarity. If there was clarity, and honestly, he was just meeting with Sam in March. So I looked at this idea, and he got interviewed, and the dude was like, don't you feel like you may have been hoodwinked? You know, don't you think you may have been hoodwinked? Watch this video by the Bearable Bull, and watch this video by Crypto Airy too. Crypto Airy does some really, really good job. I like Crypto Airy. I've been watching her for a long time. She's a good XRP enthusiast. She does her thing. Crypto Airy has been on the news for a long, long time. I greatly appreciate it. I'd like it if you follow my channel. Please jump on in. 37,500 followers on our way. 432 people watching on this impromptu live stream. A little late, usually at 8 p.m., but we're a little late tonight at 10 p.m. It is what it is. I get it. But we also showed you some gains live on the channel, right? Booming to the upside. I had just posted this to the trading group, and it has ricocheted. It blew through all the resistance. So there's still, you know what? It shows me that there's still life in this market. There's logic in this market. You know, this would go up based on the idea it's a decentralized exchange. Simple is as simple does, right? Simple is as simple does, all right? Just follow the money, baby. Just follow the money. It's that easy. It always is that easy, right? But people don't want to, you know, they don't want to follow the money. They want to play games, right? But you can't play games. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. And let's see some of the news here that just came in. I think some of it is rehashed though, Jamie. Do you have any new articles? I feel like so. I gave this to the guy who started my thumbnail, and I said, dude, I want some Alice in Wonderland themed rabbit hole kind of feel. And he went in. He went in with it. Elon Musk reveals talks with Sam Bankman-Fried. My BS meter was redlining. I already put this out yesterday. Elon was talking about him like he was walking on water and has zillions of dollars. Musk said of the now disgraced Bankman-Fried, and that was not my impression. Everyone's talking about he was walking on water and had zillions of dollars. Elon didn't waste any time jumping into Twitter fray after an apparent hack of bankrupt crypto leader FTX drained hundreds of millions of dollars from the company-controlled wallets. Just a couple hours after the apparent hack began late Friday, Musk tweeted, FTX meltdown ransack being tracked in real time on Twitter. He also responded to a post by crypto entrepreneur Sam Altman with a raunchy meme of former FTO CEO Bankman-Fried. Around 2:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, I was watching last night. If you were in my trading group, I was all over this. Musk joined a Twitter space with over 60,000 listeners to discuss the hack of FTX and share his thoughts on Bankman-Fried. To be honest, I've never heard of him, Musk said. But then I got a ton of people telling me that he's got, huge amounts of money and he wants to invest in the Twitter deal. And I talked to him for about a half an hour, and I know my BS meter was redlining. It was like, this dude is BS. That's my impression. Then I was like, man, everyone, including major investment banks, everyone was talking about him like he was walking on water and had zillions of dollars. And that was not my impression. This dude is just, there's something wrong, and he does not have capital and will not come through. That was my prediction, Musk added. Musk also told listeners that they should keep their crypto in cold wallets, not on exchanges. I would reaffirm that you have a crypto, you should have it in a directly accessible cold wallet, not an exchange. That would be wise. The spectacular collapse of FTF until this week, one of the largest, seemingly most regulated exchanges in the world, has turned Musk off. Hasn't turned Musk off crypto as a whole. Of course not. Come on now. I can't really speak to others, but if you got one of those in a 3-cold wallet and off an exchange, I think my guess is it works out well. I keep Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge as well. I'm starting to accumulate more Doge than I ever have. I believe it's going to become the payment processing of Twitter, and it's only going to take a bit of time. So get ready. We are moving forward at the speed of light. This is unbelievable. Friend around and find out. You're funny, man. Sam fried the bank, man. He did, though. He did. Down the rabbit hole, literally sleeping like a baby over here. Yeah, I was, man. I was with my baby. I understand that better than most. It was a statement. Watch the circus from here on in. The lions are just held back from the people by a mere ring. Wow. And yeah, I mean, I have so much to say about this week. It's been insane. But we are trending again here. And when we're trending, we're trending. It is what it is. We're trending throughout the world. People are watching crypto. Any publicity is good publicity. More people know about crypto than ever did. More people understand the word decentralized now, centralized. Now people understand why you should have a cold wallet. How many people went and bought, people in my group were like, I'm going to go get a ledger now. I told everyone, get a ledger, get a ledger, get a ledger, get a ledger. Put your money on a ledger, put your money on a ledger, put your money on a ledger. I like a Trezor Touch. I don't like the ledgers too much. I hate how you have to touch all the buttons. Get yourself a hardware wallet. Get yourself situated. Stop playing games with your money. Stop acting like the exchange is your bank. It's not. They can use your funds behind your back just like they did. You always have to know that it can happen to you. All right? That's why I wouldn't put my money into Celsius. That's why I didn't do any of those things, because I knew in my heart and soul that my hard-earned money could go to Pete all the way out the door. And I wasn't going to allow that to happen to myself. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. I know everyone's waiting for my BTC update. They're like, what's going on? He hasn't gone over Bitcoin yet. What is he doing? So let's break it down. Let's see what we have going on for BTC. So all day, we've been watching this flag for Bitcoin. And we've been talking about it likely either going down or sideways, in my humble opinion. Resistance, broke back out. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We keep trying to hit this door and we can't get above it. 16,970 is our major resistance area that we need to get back above. We're looking at this here, and we have a measured move to the upside, which would take us to this next high volume area. We could circulate this down a little bit, but something about this, we're looking at 17,466, 17,500 as our next area of support or resistance. 10-minute chart and the 15-minute chart have been somewhat bullish each time, but each time we get up, we can't get above the zone. So we get the move. No, we get the move. We get the move. It's been holding us sideways all day long, but we're not getting the moves that we want to the upside. We did find the flag, and we've been holding the flag down this whole time. We're going to discuss some other ideas here in a second. We take a look at the 1-hour time frame, and it did get a push up, but as I showed you before, we're not getting above the zone. And this could easily careen to the downside, right? Measured move is just the exact way here to about 16,350, all right? This is a rising wedge too. We don't want to break back inside this rising wedge. Like, even if it takes a while, we ended up, like, say this is extended and we ended up back inside, then we could dump. Now it actually would even go, I would go lower with that because it would extend the trend line and that would extend the measured move. And so now we're looking for 14,833, but only, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying is a higher probability if we end up somewhere here, boom, because we got back inside this pattern. We broke this trend. But so far, we've gotten above the trend. And you have to say we have support at 16,277, 16,300 because we bounce. We're unable to get below that right now. So we're stuck in a range. We have our high range resistance at 17,002. We have this mid range resistance at 16,000, 16,009, 17,000. And we have this support zone at 16,600 that we've been bouncing off of. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame has been trying to roll over on us all day long. And it finally did start to roll over, but it's actually been, interesting. It's almost as if it's getting pushed up and propped by the 12, 22, and the daily. See this rounded area here? This is very interesting. Also, the dollar is dumping completely. If we didn't get the FUD, Bitcoin would just be pumping with the dollar dropping. We're going to show you the DYDX right now. And we're going to show you how it kind of fell on a Friday afternoon. It will reopen again not too long from now, but we're going to look at it just to kind of reassess the situation of the charts, right? This falling wedge would break up like this. It's kind of done now. But I guess you could say, yeah, I'll keep that as our measured move to about 18,696. Right, so that's what that line represents. Now, I've also been talking about trend. I'm a trend analysis guy. You fall low, low, you make a low. Then you make this high. Then you make a higher low. Bitcoin must put in a higher high to remain bullish. So look, low, high, low. You got to get back up here. This circled area, I keep talking about it, is 18,235. That's the promised land. We need to get back above 18,200 to remain bullish. That's good. What we're looking for. That's what we need. Shout out to everybody feeling the intensity. Are you feeling the intensity? Are you feeling the move? Are you learning with speed, progression, and at the speed of light? Who here loves the lifer way? Who here loves the lifer intensity? Who here loves the love, baby? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Boom, boom, boom. Making an Adam and Eve, baby. I see what you're saying, possibly an Adam and an Eve double bottom here. There's a chance. Now, if we fall to the downside, there's a chance we could bounce here off 15,706, and that's what we're looking for, okay? TWT is sending it too. Let's take a look at TWT sending it. Barbara, right? I feel horrible for his mom. I feel, that's her child. You know what I mean? Trust Wallet. Why is Trust Wallet sending it? Because you can trade in your Trust Wallet. It's another wallet where you can trade decentralized. Look at every single decentralized way is booming. This is how fast people jump in. And then if you get some Trust Wallet, so you get TWT. You should have been in TWT instead of FTT. I don't trust anything though at this point. Who knows? But this is another way to trade with a decentralized wallet. Trust Wallet is traded on MetaMask. It's basically a MetaMask. I don't like Trust Wallet that much. I actually like MetaMask better. But this is a decentralized wallet, and look, the decentralized wallet is booming. So now we know where the money's flowing, into the decentralized part of cryptocurrency. People are forced now out of fear. You have to scare people to do the right thing. I don't like to do that, but it seems to be the case. Now everyone is scared to keep their money on centralized exchanges. They're flocking into decentralized exchanges. This is going to be the next trend for the next month or two. We're going to make a boatload of money on this idea. We already started to see the movement, so get ready. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but if you will make a boatload of money if you pay attention and you play your cards right. You start seeing what's happening here. I'm not going to guarantee anything. I don't want to be, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. There is the potential. I want to reword that. There's the potential of making a boatload of money. If you play your cards right, you understand how to trade technical analysis, you use it to your advantage, and you follow the money. This could make a flag and continue to the upside, too. This looks like it's got gas. Gas, baby, gas. 4 hour just boomed to the upside, but TWT moved. And why did it move? I'm explaining to you why it's moving, because it's a decentralized wallet. People are sick of putting their money on exchanges. A lot of money got sent off exchanges. Don't worry. I'll teach you how to use these decentralized projects. I'll have classes on this stuff. I will expand my education, and I'll make sure that everybody knows what they need to know to stay safe. I'm actually going to teach a free class. I figured this is a really good idea, to prove to people that I care about everybody, and it's definitely not about the money for me. I'm going to do a free class on security, on how to send funds, on the proper ideas and the proper way to send funds, how to send 1%, 1 to 10% of the funds first, make sure they get there, then send the other 90%. Last night I sent a Bitcoin to a hardware wallet out of KuCoin, all right? I was accumulating Bitcoin for a while. It eventually got to be about almost 2 Bitcoins. It was time to get it off the exchange. Last night I'm sitting there, I'm like, if I keep this on the exchange and I lose my Bitcoin, whose fault is it? If I don't do what if I don't take care of myself and get myself the hardware wallet, whose fault is it? If I don't take responsibility for my money and become my own bank, whose fault is it? You got to blame yourself. If you're not blaming yourself, you're making huge mistakes in your life, okay? You got to blame yourself so you can learn from every single situation. Look at TWT Bitcoin, booming. And this is how you make money on Bitcoin. You put 1 Bitcoin in here, and boom, you're up 48%. You made half a Bitcoin today on your BTC pair. There's money in this market every single day. There's money in this market if you want to find it. If you just sit on your hands and decide there isn't, then there isn't. But man, fortune favors the brave. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break up 68% of the time parabolically, and that is gone, baby, gone. Look at that. As Bitcoin stays sideways, this thing rips to the upside. So unbelievable. Let's get into the chat. Shout out to Gina, Bombina, Gasset, ASMR. I don't know what all your little things are. I'm an old man. My treasure is on its way, baby. I love you. SBF Vault. It's okay to use hot wallets, or is that risk too? I don't use hot wallets. I use cold storage, so you do whatever makes you happy. I didn't say the word hot wallet not one time, so you do whatever makes you happy. Boatload of money, only that 11%. Are you serious? Negative Nancy's that don't understand. Yo, brother, shout out to Wheelman44. How's it going all the way in Medicine Hat, Alberta? My man, driving around with the ad in the back of the car. You are a true hero, Wheelman, dude. Yeah, no lie. Who else has this? Check it out. Wheelman. Let me see if I can find this and get it out there. I'm sure you have it out, but let's take a look at Wheelman here. No, this is nuts. I have so many DMs, it's so hard for me to find it. Why can't I just find Wheelman? There it is. We had a conversation, and now the conversation isn't... Damn. I remember when you sent me the... Oh, you might have sent it to the email. Yeah, Cake will be the next to pump. Why? Decentralization, right? And look at this thing, nailing it. Let's take a look at Cake. And start getting into all the decentralized worlds and what's happening here. K-A-C-K-C-A-K-E. Okay. Cake, KuCoin, baby, KuCoin. That's a shoulder. That's a head. That's a shoulder. That's an inverted head and shoulder, in case you didn't know. So I was all over Cake. Cake was looking really, really beautiful for a while. Look, it spiked all the way up to my target, and it did hit the... Wow, that's crazy. It did hit the first target at 37% gains. Came back down, never got stopped out. Look, this Cake trade entered it right here at 431, right? It pumped all the way on a crazy wick to 576, up 37%. Came back down. Look, with the massacre for Bitcoin, this trade never hit the stop loss. It's actually right below break even right now. So isn't that insane? You could have been in Cake for the last week and a half, and you'd be at break even with all the shenanigans that went on. That's just not supposed to happen. You know what I mean? That's how you know Cake is a strong coin right off the bat. You can feel the strength for Cake. So Cake is banging on them, doing its thing. And look, we bounced off this area here. So what you're looking for is Cake to get back inside the pattern desperately. Cake's got to make its way back up in here. Sorry. Cake's got to make its way back up inside this pattern. Once it gets inside this pattern, it can do damage again and get on out of here. So you're looking for Cake to bounce back inside of the pattern. You're looking for this kind of falling wedge to break up for Cake. And honestly, I believe Cake is about to wake up. You can still stake Cake too. Cake is the safest decentralized staking mechanism in the game. And if you do have to lock it up now longer than you used to, but it does produce a nice gain. So Cake is in a falling wedge. You got this shoulder, head, and possible right shoulder. It is following Bitcoin in a little bit, but you could get this decentralized push. Cake does have to get back into the zone. Cake does have to break back above this resistance at $4.32. So we're looking for that. Cake gets back at $4.32. It can easily, I'm telling you right now, careen all the way back up to $7.66 as the decentralized world takes over, because people realize where they should have been in the first place. This is actually, I just realized, like, God is speaking through me. This is the greatest thing that could have happened to us. It's almost like, you're supposed to do the right thing. You're supposed to do the right thing. Then something bad happens, and it makes you do the right thing. And you look back years later, and you're like, you know what? That was a bad thing. It wasn't the best thing that could have happened to us. But we learned a valuable lesson, right? And boom. Just a technical thing. Your crypto is not stored in a wallet. It's stored on the blockchain. Your keys are stored in the wallet. Exactly. Your keys are your access to the chain. Your money is on the blockchain. All your hard wallet is just to show you your way in. That's what the keys are. Your keys is the door. Come on, man. Don't try to talk to me like I don't know that. But I appreciate you explaining that to people in case they didn't understand. Shout out to Gonzo. Learning lessons all day long. Shout out to Team Money in the Game. CZ just tweeted. Let's take a look at what CZ just said. Thank you for that message. Gotta love CZ. This is crazy. And BitBoy just continues to move here on Twitter. And let's see what CZ just said here. 7.5 million followers. I mean, what a boss. PSA, if you haven't had a bank account linked to FTX, change your bank account password and stop sharing data immediately. Below is a screenshot of my bank account, which they tried accessing 40 minutes ago. Now they're trying to get into people's bank accounts. Dude, linked apps and websites. We make it easier for you to keep track of what apps and websites you're connected to your accounts and provide transparency on what's being shared. No longer. FTX via Plaid, account names, total checking, credit, Laugh access by FTX US, November 12th at 11:20 in the morning. Dude. We have a policy not to comment on competitors. We call industry peers publicly. I broke this rule only a few times in the past. July 7th, I tweeted this. So 3AC owes Voyager a few $100 million, went bust. FTX Alameda gives 3AC $100 million, but didn't save it. Alameda invests in Voyager, then takes a $377 million loan from Voyager. Okay. V went bust. FTX didn't bail them out or return the money. Hard to follow. Voyager, crypto firm, loaned US $377 to Sam Bankman-Fried. Alameda is the crypto trading firm co-founded by Sam Bankman-Fried, owner. Dude, this guy was a complete rat. Like, he was one of the grimiest human beings on earth. Like, there wasn't a person he didn't screw. He screwed himself. He screwed everyone, and, you know, wasn't a person he didn't screw. You are the man. Right here, look, I'm tweeting to CZ right now. You are the man. He worked at McDonald's. He didn't come from a silver spoon. See, people that come from a silver spoon like to eat from the commoner's plate, take our money, and throw us to the wayside. I'm sick of it. No more. Let me get loud in this Airbnb. Get kicked out of here for the night. But I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm pissed. Sorry. I apologize. I'll calm down here. I don't want to get 1033 though on the 33. You were the man. There wasn't a person he didn't screw, including himself. Like, he ruined his life. See what happens when you mess with other people? God does not make it end well for you. When you hurt God's creations, it turns out your life doesn't go too well. You know what I mean? I listen to God. I follow God. God is, don't play games with the higher power. He will come for you. And he will not make your life good. Trust me, I used to play games. It didn't end up well for me. I was a young kid. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't always make the best decisions. And every single time I made a bad decision, man, I paid for it heavily. Heavily, 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 heavily. You are the man. There was not a person he didn't screw, including himself. And I get it. He wasn't going to go after competitors. But at one point, when you see money being, like, misappropriated, don't you have to call it out? And you can't just, like, you know. So you are the man. There was not a person he did not screw, including himself. Like, and that's what happens when you guys are watching karmatic life coming out. Like, this is karma. This is karma. There was not a person he did not screw, including himself. Even the people close to him, he took them all down. They trusted in him. I bet you those other people weren't as smart as him. Carolina, those other people, they're all going to do time. Response was Twitter. He obviously knew a lot about bankruptcy, even in July. Always happy for people to take an interest in helping the industry. Less so if it's just pretending. But kind of wish some of them would bother asking their legal team how bankruptcy works first. Or, you know, reach out to ask for clarifications. I'm always happy to inform. Oh, yeah. So you knew exactly what you could do. Man, going forward, I will break this policy a bit and be more vocal about issues I see in the industry. May cause more debates or more fight memes, but that's not my intention. It's to reduce risk, even if they are false alarms. My talk in Indonesia 30 hours ago, before all of today's drama. CZ's first interview after the collapse of FTX. We should all watch that later on alone. Definitely worth it. What an issue. And it's going to be crypto's fault instead of one guy's fault. See? They're going to try to blame all of us. BUSD is issued by Paxos, a New York Department of Financial Services regulated entity, not Binance. The numbers are all wrong too. There are users' assets in the form of users chose to store with us. We don't convert for them. Binance reserves show almost half of holdings are in its own tokens. The exchange holds $740 billion worth of tokens, data shows. Around 23 billion are in BUSD, 6.4 in Binance chain. Journalism is crap. BUSD is issued by Paxos, a New York Department of Financial Services regulated entity, not Binance. The numbers are all wrong too. These are users' assets in the form users chose to store with us. We don't convert for them. See what I'm saying? So if that much BUSD is held, like I hold a lot of BUSD because I like CZ. Look, a few hours later, apologize, we're unable to find the page you're looking for. They take it down. Enough is enough, bro. These false journalists at Bloomberg.com. Again, man, the cabal, like, FTS aside, avoid business exchanges, projects that are not profitable, musical chairs, survive by selling their own tokens, give high incentives for locking your tokens, have a large token supply but only a small circulating supply, involve loans. Stay Safu. Speaking in person at Indonesia FinTech Summit. Wow. Man, the amount of misinformation is insane. I exchanged messages with President Naib a few minutes ago. He said we don't have any Bitcoin in FTX and we never had any business with them. Thank God. Yet they said they did. You see what I'm saying? I'll tell you one time in my life, Crypto.com too. I never liked Crypto.com. I never did. I never put my money in there. You know why? It was hard to do. It seemed to be a pain at one point. And then I also found out it was high fees to buy anything. Like people would go to use the credit card. It would be such high fees. And they tell me it's not even worth it. And when I found that out, I was like, that's shady. That's not a viable product. Like that's not a usable product. You get sucked into a credit card and then you find out it's not even worth having the credit card. Pointless. Absolutely pointless, right? So, I mean, look at this. Bitcoin, so, it's doing this one thing that I talk about. When the 21-day moving average, you get tight moving average and the 21 is far up, you're likely to jettison all the way up here. I would not be surprised if we saw an 18,800 Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if they get Sam Bankman freed, everyone realizes what really happened, and then you realize Bitcoin is the safe haven it is. The dollar tends to dump next week, and Bitcoin careens back to the upside. Let's take a look at the dollar index here and start to build a story. Remember, the daily is ready to move back to the upside. The 22 hours ready to move back to the upside. We just got to get through this 4-hour time frame. That's the only thing, and it's really, really starting to possibly curve here. We had so long to dump, and we did not dump. We've been fighting this area all night, and now you're seeing these decentralized exchanges pump. That's bullish for Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a decentralized coin. So if we're getting a decentralized pump, Bitcoin's part of that pump. You realize that, right? So if we're following the money and we're starting to see some movement, it would behoove me to believe that Bitcoin's about to move to the upside. Am I wrong? Now, I'm just starting a story, and I could be 100% wrong, and I'm open-minded. We do have resistance. There's a chance we can't get above the zone. I'm also going to go against my idea and be biased. Could this be a head and shoulder pattern that dumps to the downside? It very well could be. We must watch the support and resistance. We must not get happy with our bias. We must not believe what we think is right every single time. We have to check ourselves every single time and say, you know what? What if it doesn't go the way we planned? What if it's not going to go the way we thought? What if that's not going to occur? What is going to happen? All right. $2 million for $100. Can you check out POLX? 2 million POLX for $100. Can you check out POLX? Shout out from Justin Washburn. Justin Washburn. Appreciate you. I mean, I got to get my glasses on. I can barely read today. Show me the charts, and I'll show you the news. That's what I'm talking about, baby. This looks like we could get a pump to the upside here, a decentralized pump, which Bitcoin would be part of. Everyone can clearly agree with that. We had this diagonal trend, resistance. We're above it now. As long as we don't break back into this diagonal trend, as long as we don't fall out here to the downside, there's a chance we have a little bit of love here for Bitcoin. We might even see a Sunday pump. Remember, Sunday night into Monday is heavy volatility. I always, caution myself to trade on that day because it's tough. Very, very tough day to trade. Always have to be careful. You never know. All right. I want to look at our VRVP. I don't know how it disappears sometimes, or I must click on something and it goes away. All right. So look, I'm just going to reset my main support and resistance lines that matter to me the most. I'm going to set like green support and resistance lines. I like the zones. So clearly you got like a resistance here. How is that slanted? Usually you can't make these slanted. That's weird. Hold on. That's weird. That's a glitch. Oh no, that's a trend line. That ain't a glitch. All right, I'm all right. I'm like, whoa, why is that not? So look, major resistance right here. You got to get above it. And then you got another bar here. You got to get above this. And then you got your point of control that you're holding down right now, right? You got this level here. You got this level here. Okay. And I'm open-minded. This could be a head and shoulder, and we could dump down here to 16,000. We could make this double bottom, or you could make this bigger double bottom. And I have my contingency plans, and I can show you what to watch. If we break the point of control, we get back inside this pattern, we're going down lower, right? It is what it is. So I keep this measured move out here. But when I start piecing the narrative together and I see what's going on, There's a chance that this decentralized pump gets Bitcoin back above the zone and crawls back up. Let's take a look at the DXY to corroborate the story or not. I want to see Kate get back inside here, too, on a pump for BTC. All could start becoming together. We're seeing something interesting. If they don't have Bookmap, search the links below. Lifer has the best discount in the game. Guys, if you need Bookmap, we're going to talk about Bookmap in a second. I show Bookmap all the time. I see a BEMW coming, legit. I don't know what that is. Bookmap is awesome. What is a BEWM? I don't know what this stuff is. Deformed due to news. The first shoulder for the inverse is along the first drop. The biggest drop is the head. Sounds fun. I did without seeing your setup first. Proud moment. People saying he caused the Luna collapse too. He did. He did cause the Luna collapse. He caused almost every collapse. He even pumped Bitcoin artificially all the way up to the upside. No, he did. I saw this amazing. I broke down. Man, you have no idea. I spent all day on this today, and I found this cyber analyst, and he broke it down in a way you never would have believed. Like, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Here, I think I can find it. It's been 23 years since made a tweet. The longer this goes, the higher the confidence level is that it wasn't a hack, and the guy just flat out stole the crypto coins from customers and ran. No, he did. We already know that, dude. Like, it's obvious that's what he did. That's already been kind of corroborated. Sam fried the bank, man. You know what I mean? Sam Bankman fraud. Man, look at that. Pornhub. That's what you guys are stupid. He cooked it. We got kids on the stream, man. Owners of a pump group have a plan. Oh, man, come on. I can't stand that. Delete that. I don't corroborate any of that stuff. Any of that stuff. I can't stand this stuff. Mute that. And mute this dude, too. I don't want you. I don't like any of that. I don't want any part in it. Cryptocurrency's still moving. But look, we go to FTX here. And we keep looking. There was this cyber analyst. Look at him, dude. Look, in front of a room of lawmakers. Let's take a look at this. Let's break this down. He was dropping. It's funny, man. God, if you get close to God, the demons start dropping the truth in front of you. Like, it's really weird. You start going back in the past, and you're like, dude, they were telling us to our face what they were going to do to us. You're like, no. And you're like, yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Yes, they were. So look.
There's complete transparency about the positions. If you look at what precipitated some of the 2008 financial crisis, you saw a number of bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions happening between financial counterparties, which then got repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again, such that no one knew how much risk was in that system until it all fell apart. If you compare that to what happens on FTX or other major cryptocurrency venues today, there's complete transparency about the full open interest. There's complete transparency about the positions that are held. There's a robust, consistent risk framework applied. And
I have another theory. I think he believed at this point he wanted to do right. I think there was a group of people that wanted him to pay more money. And I think they blackmailed him, and they said, if you don't give us this much, yada, yada, yada. And I think he got scared, and he started taking customer funds and started doing as much as he could because he was trying to raise as much money as possible. A group of people wanted him to give $1 billion to their causes, to their beliefs, to what they were doing. I'm not going to mention who they were. So I think he was coerced. I think at this time he actually was doing the right thing. I think at one point he started doing this because he had basically someone pressing on him. I can't exactly tell who, but there's always a dark horse behind you. There was a dark man behind this. There was a dark horse behind this. It was a group, another group, and he got scared. He didn't want the news of whatever they knew about him, whether it was personal life, whatever it was, he didn't want it coming out. And he started to scramble. And I believe he started breaking his own moral codes and doing other things because he was scared. He lived in fear. Had he believed in God, he would have trusted that God would have taken care of him no matter what, and he would have told the demons to leave him alone. And he would have either survived, or if they did what they had to do, he would have went back to the maker. My whole point of the story is believe in God. Do not live in fear. When you live in fear, it's fake emotions acting real, and you will do things to yourself, to others, that you may never would have believed. Fear is a big catalyst for people to change their character, do things completely out of character, and do things they never thought they would have done. Living in fear is one of the devil's forms. He wants God's creations to live in fear, because if you live in fear, if I lived in fear, I would never live stream. I'd be afraid what you guys thought about me. Is my hair right? Is my voice right? What about my teeth? You know, someone said something about my teeth yesterday. Oh my God. You know, someone said something about my face yesterday. Oh my God. Someone made fun of me. Someone said this. Someone said that. Someone says you look tired. Someone says your eyes aren't good. You know, and you're like, all these people have something to say about me. If I lived in fear, then it would be really hard to go on live every day. But I don't live in fear. I shine every single day because it helps other people shine. When you shine, you help other people shine. And this is what it is, right? So, I mean, here he is. So I have my own theories yet. When your friend starts driving at 150 and says, I had all my funds on FTX, bro. This kid's blowing up. I see him everywhere now. I don't really know who he is, but he's this little dude. People love him. He's on radio stations. He's on the news. Like, this kid is blowing up. He's everywhere. Dude, did CZ answer? I wonder if CZ would answer my tweet one day. That would be like the biggest thing in my life. I'd be like, oh my God. Yeah, man. This is amazing what we saw. And you are all a part of it. You are part of history. Every single one of you, you're a part of history. Shout out to each and every one of you that were here for this. Hasbullah is not a kid. You don't know Hasbullah. I just found out who he was like a week ago. Oh, come on, man. I spend my time on Bitcoin, dude. I'm not supposed to. I don't. You guys spend all your day on social media, so you know who he is. I don't. I spend all my time on Bitcoin charts. The fact that I don't know who he is means I've been running my trading group really well because everyone else and their mother got brought into a TikTok or Instagram hole with this dude. And I saw one of his little Instagram holes, and I got out of there real quick. So I don't know who these random people TikTok are making famous are because I don't spend my time on TikTok and social media all day long. I shouldn't know any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm in the charts every single day. I know where Bitcoin's going to go. In the morning, in the middle of the day, and at night. I'm on Bitcoin, 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 and Bitcoin. I'm like Michael Saylor. It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. Remember, Dave? What if Bitcoin was the Bitcoin? Sam is a catalyst to success. Just witnessing his outlook and wit alone can help you see things you wouldn't have seen. I believe that. Yo, you're the man, Kevin Baker. Man, you guys are missing the massive inverse head and shoulders. First shoulder is the drop from 20K, and the head is the biggest recent drop. I mean, I saw this as a head and shoulder pattern here. The massive inverse head and shoulders. First shoulder is the drop from 20K. First shoulder is the drop from 20K right there. First shoulder. Hold on. And man, I see this as a right shoulder ahead and a possible right shoulder there. I mean, this is an inverse. I've shown this already though. Man, whenever since I'm missing something, I'm like, not happening. I've shown this already, but whatever. I don't know if this is what you're talking about. Mashallah, baby. What'd you say? Moi? Oh, I thought you were mashallah. My wit too, but the other way around. But you don't know where Bitcoin's going to go, up and down scenario, then call the win. That's not really analyzing. That's not true, Steve. That's 100% not true. There's many days where I've called the pump live. Like I said, it's going to go up and it goes up. You haven't watched my stream enough, and so you're talking out of your complete, you know what? You have. I'm going to call you out right now. Who are you? Watch this. I'm going to call you out right now. You better keep continuing to answer. If you just say one word and you don't answer, Steve, blah, blah, blah. Steve, how many times have you been on the stream? I want to know. If you don't answer me right now, then I'm going to delete you from this channel forever. You're never going to be able to speak again. So you have one chance to come correct right now, and I'm going to ask you, how many times have you watched this channel? I'm waiting for you, Steve. I'm waiting for you, Steve. I'm waiting for you, troll boy. Right here, your name is Steve. I'm waiting for you. How many times have you watched this channel? I've called Bitcoin's pump to the dollar multiple times in my life. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Steve, where are you, bro? Where you at, bro? Where you at? Where you at, bro? All right, here you are every day. Okay, here you go. How many? Every day. So you're telling me you've never seen me call Bitcoin. You've never seen me say, highly likely, I'm calling along right here on Bitcoin. You've never seen me say that. There's days where I'll tell you I'm not sure and I'll go in between. I'll give you that. And I say it out loud. But there's many, many days where I've called Bitcoin to the T. Watch this. How accurate am I with Bitcoin? Watch. We're going to ask the 437 people. How accurate am I with Bitcoin? Since you've watched me, how many people watching me for 2 years? How accurate I am with Bitcoin? Let's see. Everyone start telling him. Just tell me. I'm okay. I'll be a judge of my peers. How accurate I am with Bitcoin. Flawless. On point. Steve is losing money. Accurate. 80% or more. 90%. On point. Adam and Eve, not Steve. You're funny. Accurate. 99%. 50-50, says Vincent. More than 90%. 75%. 8 out of 10. 70%. 87%. 99. Fire. Free to act. Don't say 99. 85%. I make money from Sammy. Call it right now then, mate. Whipped crypto. Call it right now. Honestly, a true trader knows that you don't know where the price is actually going to go. All right, you want me to call it right now? I'm going to tell you right now, 90% chance Bitcoin pumps. And I'll tell you why, because these moving averages are tight and we're going to run up to the 200-day moving average. We're also about to get above this point of control. I'm calling a pump to the upside for Bitcoin. I'm calling a decentralized pump for Bitcoin. Highly more likely we pump based off this scenario. These tight moving averages are going to rip up to the 200-day moving average. This happens all the time. Even when we get this high and we dump. I am calling a pump for Bitcoin right now today. And I could be wrong. You have to remember that. No trader's 100%. So if I make a call and I'm wrong, no trader's 100%. Name the trader that's 100%, right? Don't tell me to calm down. Don't tell me to calm down on my live stream. Don't tell me to calm down on my live stream. Yo, get out of the room. Don't ever tell me to calm down on my live stream, yo. Don't you ever tell me to calm down on my live stream. Yo, don't do what you're doing right now. Straight up. Like, Sam, you don't need to justify yourself to some guy that is not even part of the community. No, I had coffee today, all right? And I don't drink coffee. I had a mocha, all right? Dude, if you say flat earth one more time, we're taking you out. Stop. You've been a very naughty boy, Stevie boy. Give the lifer an egg. Anyway, I'm sick of people running their mouth and they have no basis on it. I'll be honest, there's a very high chance I am leaning that we are pumping. Tight moving averages gravitate towards the 200 simple. And I've been showing this actually for the last few weeks over and over again. I'll give you an example right here of it happening. Let's talk about render. If you remember the render call, this is how I made the render call. I called the bottom for render. I went to the daily. I saw tight moving averages. Right, like this. Look. Go back in time. And this is the same setup we're seeing here for BTC. What happens is the moving averages get tight and the 21 lingers above it. Price likes to pump up to the 21. You see it a lot. And we're seeing the same setup here. Price will gravitate up towards the 2. Even if we end up dumping down to 10K and we have a blast, this says that we're likely to blast up to the upside. If we fight this high volume node and we stay above it, we're going up. Now, the thing is, nothing's a guarantee. So if we come back down here and we bearishly retest, short the market. You have to have two scenarios at every single given time. This is just like a game of chess. If you don't have two scenarios, blah. And there's days where I give you both scenarios and then I say, I don't know. I'm not here to tell you exactly what's happening every single time. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Remember that. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and I say it all the time on this channel. Almost every single day, I do not know where Bitcoin's going to go. I just know my probabilities that I've seen many times. So again, I am putting something out there that many people don't notice. Tight moving averages, you gravitate up towards the 200 simple moving average. It's highly likely we get a bit of a move up. Steve ain't been here every day because I have for a year. I know, right? Copy traders are not your full lifers. We love and follow your guidance. Learn ourselves, then make our money for ourselves and love you for it. Shout out to Crypto Chef. I love you for that. The roid rage was great, man. Pump would make sense, but the fear is out there. Steve, you just say you messed up and we can move on. How can I change my name? Stephen Young, man. Stephen Young, dude, if you're the same dude that tweets all that awesome stuff on Twitter, there's a Stephen Young guy. You're really interesting. I love that. Lifer friend, Twitter. Lifer for real. Doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. He's the real deal. Always has been. Shout out to Buck Nasty in the game. You've been watching me for a long time, man. Shout out to Buck Nasty jumping on in the game. Gartley Pattern, baby. Shout out from Buffalo, New York. Originally from Lawrence, Mass. My man. Lawtown, baby. Lawtown. Growing up hard, man. I appreciate you. Don't you ever tell me to calm down. Sammy Sensei. Very, very accurate. I never seen Steve before. Me neither. I dare you to short, Steve. Help the pump. Can you explain a little more? Tight moving averages. Ben Rant's got nothing on Sammy. I can understand why he gets pissed too. Imagine trying your reset at something with every bit of your soul and then get a message putting you down for it. You know what I mean? Don't pull a Steve. Can we edit Sam from the top ropes with Mocha and an elbow? Any thoughts on Coinbase going the same routine? I don't know, man. No. Steve is jealous. We take over other streams. What do you think will happen bringing that talk to home court, man? Sam, great Gartley pattern. Hit the 0.86 fib and reversed. People don't have a position, but have an opinion. Long live the lifer. Yo, you're the man, dude. You people are amazing. This stream is awesome right now. I'm like really interacting with the crew. I love Saturday nights for this reason. We get a little freer. We get a little funner. It's not always about the charts. It's about the feelings, about the vibes. Sam has every right to be pissed. He's here 7 days a week, week and week. No one is more dedicated. Gonzo, I love you. He did get a little loud. Sam, squeeze a lemon in the hater's eyes and put the rest in the water. Steve short, so you can join the 99. I'm on the 100 Bitcoin long. Perhaps Steve can go 100x short. Yo, y'all the best, man. Y'all the best. I just don't like my wife coming in the room and telling me what to do while I'm live streaming. Like, it is the biggest pet peeve. No. Go start your own stream, have a bunch of people watching you, and have someone creep up in the room and, like, point at you and, like, talk to you and, like, tell you to, like... I'm like, don't tell me to calm down. Like, don't tell me to calm down. I also knew it was kind of good TV if I got a little crazy. People, this is reality TV, everyone. I know I'm being watched. I know emotions run high. I know when you see me, so a lot of this is, like, not a plan, but believe me, I watch a lot of reality TV. I know what y'all want. I know you want controversy. I know you want loudness. I know you want craziness. I know you want... Especially on a Saturday night. So you got to give the people what they want, man. You got to... I like what he said, calm up. Dude, I never heard that before. Yo, can you calm up, man? Calm up a little bit. Don't tell me to calm down. What movie was that? I'm a little bullish right now based on the moving averages. Wifer cares. Don't tell anyone to calm down. It'll get worse. The lifer woke me up. I know, right? My lady does that when I tell her to calm down. Yeah. Don't tell your lady to... Yo, never tell a fiery woman to calm down. That's the worst thing you could do. She will fire up. That's like putting logs in the fire. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. Yeah. We are moms. We can't help it. You're funny. What's your thoughts on Solana? None. Did you buy your wife a Bitcoin? I did, baby. Bitcoin breaking out of everything, about to blow. Now, I'm about to start saying that when I get told to calm down. Nah, I'm about to calm up. If the police show up, you can recruit them to the blockchain party. Or you sound crazy. Litecoin, don't calm down. Dude, don't say that. That's crazy, bro. I'm deleting you. I can't believe you just wrote that in my stream. Come on, man. You're out. That I'm removing you, man. Yeah, no references to I'm not even going to get into that. That's crazy. I don't want to see that word ever on my live stream again. That was horrible. Anyway, so look, can we get the pump? Is the question. Look, falling volume with falling price suggests that we're running out of sellers. Where are the sellers? And honestly, a lot of the sellers may have came from SPF and, appropriated funds and positions that got liquidated. And so there's a chance that maybe that was the worst FUD that we could get. And we did bounce back up on a V-shaped recovery. And again, look, low, high, higher low. We're looking for that higher high. Does Bitcoin pump on a Sunday? All right, 11/13, 22. And what I thought it was funny that he did chapter 11 on the 11th. You don't think that's interesting? Chapter 11 on the 11th. I thought that was really strange. It's the Wyckoff Spring. Lifer, you confirm my position on Bitcoin and ETH. 2-hour shift on sushi for a long position. I mean, you do whatever makes you happy, please. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. A small pullback before a pump. Pineapples. Gino, love the safe word comment. Safe word. I had coffee today. I love it. I do. I never have coffee. I never did. I had a mocha. and I'm ripping right now. I'm going crazy. Remember the 11th of November. Well, no, honestly, remember the 5th of November. This all started coming out on the 5th of November. Don't you remember this? Remember the 5th of November, and then things kind of led on. I thought that was really strange, V for Vendetta. And I started saying that to myself like a few weeks back. I was like, remember the 5th of November. Interesting. Look at this. My buddy texted me, and he bought some Solana, right? And he was like, what's going on? This is pretty insightful. So he texts me, and he's like, what's up with my Solana bag? It's down huge, right? And this is Monday, 8:45 p.m., right? And I say Solana could go bust. SPF may be insolvent. I mean, again, Ben was telling us it was, but I basically was telling him on Monday of last week at 8:15 p.m. that Solana could go bust and SPF may be solvent, right? And so it was pretty clear to me that something was going down. It wasn't good, and things got crazy. You know what I mean? Gina, the password is calm down. You guys are crazy. So everybody, and I expect us to be wild and crazy on a Saturday night. Wild and crazy kids. So look, let's look at Bookmap. And Bookmap's telling us that we want to dip down to 16,600. All right? And honestly, I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. I don't like to say I don't know. I'm not saying I'm telling you where it's going to go. I do show you that when the moving averages are tight, price action likes to gravitate towards the 200 simple. There's no guarantees of anything at any moment in time, though. You have to believe that anything could happen. I'm about to make 100K on an FTT trade. That's crazy. How did you do it? Explain how you did it. Explain how you made the 100K. You can't say that and not tell us how you did it. Tell us how you're doing it or what you're doing or what you're trying out. Buying now for the dip? Wait. We're at 669 streams. Gina Bombina's favorite episode. You guys are funny, man. Hey, yo. Stack McChange. Nice. Joshua, guys, who's my new favorite? You are. We want you to know, please. We want to know, please. I want to know. Can I close along on KuCoin before my take profit and keep the gains? Of course. Definitely. You didn't know that? That's the whole point. You're supposed to do that all the time. I mean, you do whatever makes you happy. Solana will not bust. Solana is a different company, and it could go, take some time. As long as it ain't going to bust, dude, Solana will come back. So we buy now or waiting for another dip? Was SPF behind sushi? It's a good question. Buying in for the dead cat bounce. Wish me luck. Solana still going places. I'll be here for the 999th episode. Bitcoin is going to shut up. Bitcoin is going to shoot up 700 right now. Can you share your indicator list? You can find them by just going to my Discord server and joining it, and my indicator list is there. I want you to join my Discord. So you want something, I want something. I want you to join my free Discord. You want information. Go to my free Discord in the description below. Jump on in, and you will be ready to rock. All right? You'll be ready to rock. Okay, behind me is this cool screen called Bookmap. It's showing me where the liquidity on the order book of Binance Futures is. We have some sells at 17,250 and 17,200. We have some heavy buys, way more buys, 1,000 Bitcoins at 16,006. This tells us it's more likely to go down than up. All right? So I'm just showing you the liquidity. It does, And again, like I'm showing you, resistance, resistance, resistance. I mean, if we don't get back above this, it is what it is. Like, we just, we're going to drop. You have to understand that you don't know where price is going. You can only base your moves on the probabilities of what you see. That's the issue. Everyone wants, and I say this all the time. Hey, but you didn't tell me exactly where Bitcoin's going to go. Okay, so if I did, I wouldn't be 100% because no human being is. So eventually I'm going to be wrong. Just facts. Facts. Eventually I'm going to be wrong. There's no way I'm going to be right every single time. The idea is that I'm right more than the other YouTubers that you go around because I put in more work and I put in more time. And that's basically the idea. If you spend more time doing something, you should be better than most people doing it. That's the hope. The hope and plan and dream. Okay? 1 hour time frames oversold in stochastics, telling me that we're spent. And we were about to roll over to the downside. And also, it corroborates the idea that we can go down to 16,600. But it's not that far. That's somewhere right here. 16,000. It's actually right here, like a double bottom. See that, like right there. See where we bounced and we bounced? It could be. They could be doing one of these. They dip you down, they stop everybody out, and then they boom us up. I'm going on the idea that when the moving averages are tight, we gravitate back to the 200 simple. So, and again, Sunday night is I don't like to trade Sunday night into Monday morning. Worst day to trade, most volatility in the game. You got to be really, really careful. This is Bookmap. I have links in the description below for Bookmap. $2 for no reason besides that you read this. Shout out to Tori in the game. Appreciate you, Tori. Stacky Tabacky. You're feeling my comedy ego. Not a good idea. What's this? It's the best idea. Yeah, it's going to drop and pop up. Cake, sushi, uni, all moving good. They said if you teach what you are learning, you get even better at it. You do. Facts. DXY is still holding strong. We made a beautiful call on that. POLX, Bitcoin 3L, 22-hour crow. The kitchen, bada bing. It's Saturday, though. Score sizzle, my man. Appreciate you all for being here. Can you take a look at Crow? It keeps dipping. Well, honestly, Crow, shady company. Remember when they stopped their staking rewards or they lowered them? You can't do that. Like, you don't lower rewards. And once they did that, I thought it was pretty shady. I never liked Crow. I never liked their company. I never liked anything to do with them. I'm being honest. Never bought it. Was never really into it. Wasn't a fan. Bear flag to the downside. This thing is dropping in 77. Look, everything is the 77 for me lately. Again, on the 77. I don't know what it is, but the 77 has been following me around. So look, you go to like the 3-day chart. 3-day chart suggests you do get a bounce, but you got beat to the ground. You're almost the lowest you've ever been. Back at 50 cents, right? Or 5 cents. And maybe remember when that thing ran up huge and everyone was like, oh, it's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Ooh, cocaine. Ugh. And it went all the way to a bean from 5. It did a 20x. And then it gave it all back, baby. Every single piece. I don't like the company personally. I believe there could be some more ties than you would find out. If I had to go on my instincts, I'd say they're more insolvent than they say they are. But again, I don't want to spread FUDs. I don't know that. I don't know. I have no clue. But my instincts tell me not to touch this company. My instincts told me to stay away from Celsius. My instincts told me to stay away from Luna. I never owned any of those products. I swing traded them a few times. My instincts told me to stay away from anything Sam Bankman-Fried did. I watched the dude. I looked at him. I researched his family. I found out they were all connected to ex-Goldman Sachs people. I already made all these connections that everyone's making. I made them all myself. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this dude. And then as he got bigger and bigger, I got a little more impressed. And I was like, oh, okay, he's doing all these things. And he's like the nerd. And he seems to be like really running the show. But I just never felt like I could. And either was it a guardian angel? I don't know what it was. But I never put funds in anything he was doing. I never put funds in FTX too. I never told anyone to join FTX. I never, I did KuCoin, Mex Global, Coinbase, Binance US. Those are my, and I did Binance until we couldn't use it anymore. I'm hoping they get the clarity and we get Binance.com back, the regular Binance. Once Binance comes back, I think they're going to be kingpin again, and they're going to take over the next big bull run. KuCoin's continuing to grow too, but you never know. Yesterday, I did make sure to get everything out, all right? So now you're saying an FTT pump is coming. So you can still trade this coin, right? You can still trade this coin down to 190. So let's take a look at this. Collapse completely to the downside. Look at that beautiful short. Boom. Short's still open technically all the way at 191. All right. The 3-day chart just absolutely. But it is, whenever you see a sharp drop like that, you could see a V-shaped recovery back to the upside. I'd rather just leave this coin alone and not touch it ever again. I really want nothing to do with it. However, I don't mind speculating and making gains, but this would have to V-shaped recovery back inside the pattern, and if it did, it would break back up. That means you could see it all the way back at 57. That's just a measured move. Imagine if this thing went back to 57 and it did a 1400X. Now, another thing, the Tether idea. Let's just talk about Tether. Everyone's saying, could Tether unpeg, depeg? Is he going to short the market? It got this low here, right, down to 99.78, but that's not too shabby. Tether's still pretty much holding dang near $1. Look, back to the dollar peg right when I go to it too. Amazing. And like Tether's got a Tomo chain, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Algorand, HO, and an Ethereum. Tether is strong, multi-chain, doing its thing. Fully diluted market cap, $73 billion. Wow. Circulating supply, 6.43 billion tethers. Total supply, 73 billion tether. SEX volume, 36.8 billion. DEX volume, 783,000. We need this to switch. We need more DEX volume than SEX volume. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't sound right. But we need more DEX volume than sex volume. 1111. Make a wish, baby. 1111. All right? It really is, though. Crow can't even send their coins to the right wallet. Yeah, I don't play with them, man. I think they're whack. If Crow and ETH to be the wrong wallet and don't get it back, it's bad. Yeah, dude. I didn't even hear that story. Crypto actually sent 400 ETH to Gate.io today. Hold up. Really? Accidentally sends... Yo, hold up. This is... Crypto firm accidentally sent 10.5 million to Australian woman. Took 7 months to realize. A cryptocurrency exchange transferred nearly 10.5 million in Australian dollars into a woman's account while processing a $100 refund. The transaction sent to a woman in Australia went unnoticed for more than 7 months before the company audit revealed the error. According to a fraud, Crypto.com, which mistakenly made the payment, has launched legal action to recover the funds. The company sent the money May 2020 to a bank account belonging to the Andover Manville after entering her account number into the payment. Imagine her dreams when she woke up for a $100 reward. She wanted a $100 refund, and she woke up to $10 million. Yo, imagine, you're supposed to get $100 in refund, and you wake up to $10 million. Absolutely ridiculous. After a month prior in February, the judgment continues. She transferred $430,000 to her daughter. Yeah, of course she did. After the transfer, she bought a $1.3 million house in Melbourne. The company claimed... yo, she went hard, yo. Yo, I mean... Stop. Yo, she went in with the $1.3 million home. She's like, yo, I hit it. Yo, I'm out. The company tried to freeze Gagadori's bank accounts in March, but was unsuccessful, what the judgment said. Friday's default judgment ordered to pay the Crypto.com $1.3 million, sell the property, and pay interest just over $27,000. Wait, but you only had to pay them 1.3? What about the other 9? Instead of refunding 100, 10.4 million was erroneously transferred. Someone was doing transaction. They had all the ones, and they pasted the wrong address in when they were doing a bunch of things. According to the judgment, she then transferred the ownership of the house to her sister, who lives in Malaysia. The company tried to freeze the accounts in March, but was unsuccessful. Wow. She was doing what she could. So look, no one heard that story, right? So they did this in August, just a month or two ago. All right. Here's that was the same one, right? Matt Damon backed crypto firm accidentally sent woman $10 million, man. And then you guys are telling me that it was another one, accidentally sent 400 ETH to Gate.io. Look at this. This is insanity. Reddit, right? 2 hours ago. A Twitter user noticed that Crypto.com sent 320,000 ETH. 82% of the ETH that they hold. 82% of all their ETH. Okay? And I'm running a class on how to do this properly. I'm going to run a class on how to do this. Maybe they should take the class. You think Crypto.com should sign up to the Crypto Lifer course? Who thinks we should send the CEO an email and say, Crypto Lifer's running a course next week. We're going to teach you how to send your funds properly. You send 0.1% first, especially if it's a large amount. If it's like, I believe it's 100 grand, something like that, you send 10% first. Make sure it's safe. Then you send the rest. But if it's like millions of dollars, send 0.1%. 0.1% goes through, then send 50%. As long as the fees aren't too bad, send it in chunks. I don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? So a Twitter user noticed Crypto.com sent 320,000 ETH, 82% of the ETH they currently own, to Gate.io on October 21st. Then Gate sent 285,000 back 5 to 7 days later. The CEO of Crypto.com, Chris, was tagged on the thread and asked for an explanation, to which he replied, it was supposed to be a move to a new cold storage wallet, but we were sent to a whitelisted external exchange address. We worked with the Gate team, and the funds were subsequently returned to our cold storage. New process and features were implemented to prevent this from reoccurring. The user that tagged him then asked, oops, 80% of your ETH to a different exchange? Was the return to an 85 dealt the fee for the mistake? Chris responds, all the funds were returned. We have a single-digit USD million balance on Gate as of now. Pro and con info of the collapse comments before the following topics, Crypto.com. I still have not made the mistake of sending 80% of my crypto to the wrong address. Maybe I'm doing this crypto thing wrong. So I'm going to teach people how not to do that. There's a really easy way to do that. You send 10% first. And that way, the only thing you could do is send 10% to the wrong address. I always send 10%. Last night, I moved a Bitcoin off of the KuCoin exchange to a hardware wallet. I sent 0.1 Bitcoin. I waited. I paid an $8 fee. When that transaction went through, I sent the other 0.9. I was sitting on my hands when the 0.9. Every time you send something through the blockchain, but the more you do it. So last night, I sent $20,000 through the blockchain. Nothing, right? You get better and better. I've sent hundreds of thousands of dollars through the blockchain. Eventually, you'll get so used to it, you'll be fine, you know. FTX files for bankruptcy protection in the U.S. Come on, man. And that's our tax dollars, isn't it, in a way? He was pushing the crypto to be regulated by the CFTC instead of the SEC, which is much more well-funded. That alone made me think he was up to something or had some kind of motive. $7.9 billion in liabilities, $900 million assets, $2 billion in hard assets that need to be sorted out. Absolutely effed. Any other entity with large exposure to this is a sinking ship, and you need to bail. CZ saw this and noted. Yep. Took him less than 24 hours for DD. I know, right? This is crazy. Looked at the heads of the FTX group. Ellison, who heads Alameda, is 28. They are 20-year-olds, and SBF is like the oldest person in his group. It's like he staffed his company leadership with SBF proteges. The CEO is 22 too, Constant Wang. Wow. Yep. Look at their executive team. They're 20-year-olds, while all software engineers who work under them are older than them. That's crazy. Where do you see 2.9 million? I see respective bankruptcy filings said FTX and Alameda had between 10 billion and 50 billion in liabilities and a similar range in assets. 3 billion and 10 billion aren't anywhere near the same range. Is there another source for the asset numbers? The full bankruptcy filing is available here. It says that they have lost 10 billion. Read the full text of FTX's filed bankruptcy filing. Let's take a look at this. Voluntary petition for non-individual filing bankruptcy. Okay. Let's get into this. Let's break this down. All right. South DuPont Highway, Dover, Delaware. Of course, because you have your corporation in Delaware, so you don't have to pay any taxes. Everybody knows that idea. And dude, he filed for Chapter 11 on 11/11. You don't think that's strange? Case 11. Look, case 2211, like 1120. Yeah. Case 112206, 0666, but 11 there, funny. It might be 11. It might be something like the case number 66. It's the month and it's the year. But it was filed on 11/11, Chapter 11. You don't think that's... I find that really eerily weird. Chapter 11 on 11/11. On 11/11/22 too. It's like the universe opened up. 11/11/22. The number equaled the year, and he filed Chapter 11. I just like, I can't believe this. Were prior cases filed again or the debtor? No. In the last 8 years? No. Funds will be available for distribution to unsecured creditors. Debtor's estimation of available funds. But after he did this, he drained all the funds, though, didn't he? John Ray, and he has other people sign this stuff, right? John J. Ray III. Printed name. John J. Ray. Who is John J. Ray? I don't know who he is, you know? Sorry, if I was a typist, I'd get paid to do it. I don't do that. FTX John J. Ray III facing SEC charge for insider trading. Updated 2 days ago. Who was the FTX CEO John J. Ray III? While the crypto markets responded negatively to the FTX bankruptcy announcement, the onus is now on the new CTO, John J. Ray, to deliver earlier. The FTX group had in the announcement. Sam Bankman-Fried to resign from his role as CEO. FTX CEO John J. Ray facing SEC charges. According to a report from the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, John J. Ray is registered for insider trading. The name John J. Ray is registered with the charges on account of a lack of financial disclosure while being in responsible positions. The report mentions that the new FTX CEO traded stocks belonging to 3 companies while serving in roles requiring financial disclosure. The main charge is that the new CEO was an insider of a company when he traded its own stock. On another occasion, Ray is charged for insider trading as he traded the stocks of a company while he was serving as its director. Meanwhile, the FTX group would look to traverse through the bankruptcy process. Dude, this dude was grime. Like, this dude was pure grime from the jump. Like, this dude was swimming with the grimes. I want to see what this guy looks like. Who is this dude? John J. Ray, CEO, FTX. I want to get a look at his face. No face? I can't get a face here? Hold on. There's no pictures of this guy out there? It's all freed? Can't get a picture of this dude, huh? Interesting. I'll find out who he is. This is crazy. I'll find out what's going on here. December 1st, Adam G. Landis Rath and Cobb LLP. This is the attorney he hired out of Wilmington, Delaware, right? A bankruptcy attorney, obviously. Declaration under penalty of perjury for non-individual debtors. Just trying to see the amount of money that they're, Dude, look at this. On the day here of each of the entities listed below collectively, the debtors filed a petition in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for District of Delaware for relief under Title 11 of the United States Code. The debtors intend to move for joint administration of these cases under the case number assigned to Chapter 11. Look at all the companies he had. He had Alameda OS Payment Ltd. He had Global Services Ltd. He had Research Ltd. He had Holdings Inc. He had KKK. He had an LLC. He had an Ltd. He had a PTE Ltd. He had a Yankari Ltd. He had a TR Ltd. Allison Way Ltd. Look at this, dude. He had subcorps and subcorps, BitPesa, Seneca Ltd. And these are all the people that invested in him. Oh, my God. Cottonwood, Deck Technologies, Deep Creek, Euclid. He took every one of these people for a ride. FTX Canada, all their holdings, Hong Kong, Japan, you name it. Oh, my God. International scheme. We've never seen anything like this in the history of the world. Like, look at this. It goes from A to Z. North Dimension Ltd., North Wireless. All these people were in on it, or not in on it, or bagged. West Realm Shires. Wow. Ominous Corporate Authority. Samuel Benjamin Bankman-Fried. Now we know his middle name. Samuel Benjamin Bankman-Fried. So he's not Samuel Bankman-Fried. He's Samuel Benjamin Bankman-Fried, a controlling owner, director, officer, manager, other authorized person with respect to the West Realm Shires, Paperbird Hilltop. The appointment of John J. Ray as chief executive officer, who was already known as doing insider trading multiple times in the stock market. So he was just, he was surrounding himself with great people, huh? God was really positioning himself with a lot of awesome people. It's my wish the CEO consult with my counsel, Paul Weiss, Rifkin, and Wharton and Garrison LLP with the result of the foregoing direct appointments. And he could hire the best lawyers, right? Corporate ownership statement. 100% of equity Alameda is owned by Alameda Research. Interesting. Yeah, all the 100% of all their equity was owned by Alameda. And it says every single one of them, the whole slew of them. I didn't get the numbers they said were there. But this is pretty cool that we can, the fact that information moves like this. 3 to reduce invisibility labor for Alameda. Kenya, dude, this is like. Look at this, dude. Alameda FTX executives are said to have known FTX was using customer funds. Dude, this is a story about FTX and Sammy too, a Bitcoin lover with nothing better to do. That sit around the office playing high interest out of the loot. And here's what happened when he decided to cut loose. He gathered up all the assets for millions of customers. It was a great big hassle. FTX is now broken. Investors, they can't find the tokens. FTX clan got the money. Hey, they got away. They skipped out on. They're still running today. Sing, go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Man, ARK short sellers suffer 180 million one-day hit as fund surges. Read the full text of Sam Bankman-Fried's filings. We saw that. Desperate FTX customers may have exploited NFT-linked loophole to recover funds before bankruptcy filing. Interesting. 3 stocks that may be kicked out of the Dow Jones Industrial. No. FTX follows. Sam Bankman-Fried steps down. Now, where is he? Did authorities get him? What happened? Did he get caught? This is live right now. This information is live. So look, here it is. Sam Bankman-Fried tracked fleeing to Argentina following looting of the crypto exchange. This week we saw, and so we saw his plane fly to Argentina. Most tracked flight right now. Argentina tweets the founder and former CTO is en route to Argentina after the X collapse. And this is where you can find flights that are getting tracked, right? At Flight Radar. Except all these horrible cookies. He has a Gulfstream 640. He went from NASA to El Palomar at 1 a.m. UTC time. This is it right here. This was his flight. He already knew exactly his path. It was a straight line, too. It would have been funny. What if there was a storm and he couldn't get out? You know what I mean? November 11th, El Palomar. And then he drains all the accounts, right? Wow. This is crazy. We see his actual flight and that's him. dipping to a South American country. We can hide out in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. The situation began to accelerate a week ago when the CEO of the largest exchange, Binance, tweeted out that they were going to liquidate their holdings of FTX propriety. All you had to do was open up a short at that point. You knew that coin was going to go down when a guy sold all those coins. You know what I mean? Apparently, this is the Bahamas account withdrawing other people's funds for them. They are likely bypassing the internal balance transfers block by selling NFTs on FTX's NFT marketplace. E.g., Bahamas account creates an NFT that stuck users buys the NFT with their full balance. Can anyone explain what is happening with this address? It's withdrawing millions of Tether from FTX and sending them to here. Currently, 2.1 withdrawn. Then things went even more sideways and the money in the customer accounts was gone at scale. FTX has been hacked. All funds seem to be gone. Chat is open. Don't go to the FTX site as it may trigger Trojans. And I was telling everyone, stay away, stay away. This is funny. Do you ever watch this?
Today, smoking is going to save lives.
Does anyone smell anything smoky?
Did you bring your jerky in again?
I don't know. I'm afraid that might get me, you know. You also want to research who wrote the article. Research Gary Left. Find out where he's coming from. Understand what his point of is, you know. Look, FTS net worth is now $1, not $1 billion. All the week, he lied to try his way out of the mess and covered his own, you know what. But he was caught every time. SPF was the second largest donor to the Democrat campaigns this fall and pledged $1 billion to defeat Trump in 2024. I'm sure Biden and co. have no intent on prosecuting someone who's been so friendly to the party. Oof. For those of you wondering where the story is covered here, he fled using a plane, or we will read a hotel review from Argentina at a later date. Why Argentina? It extradites to the U.S. We don't know what his net worth is, but perhaps $1 billion was drained from customer accounts. For those of you wondering why the story is covered here, he fled using a plane, as well as such things. It was covered here because it interests me. I'm going to guess that Argentina is its final destination. Although I think, they did. A lot of Nazis did flood into South America during the war. My dad taught me that when I was a kid. The bigger story here is the distrust from all the brands of crypto that will come out of this. Might be time to sell my meager holdings, I'm thinking. See, that's what we can, man. Bitcoin, the tech will prevail. You have to understand, Uber wins because it's faster and saves people money and time. Crypto saves people money and time. So it's going to get adopted. Tomorrow, someone's going to learn that they can send their buddy ETH, and they're not going to care about any of this. I'm telling you right now. There's newbies getting into the game every day. Some guy just texted me. I'm going to read a text I just got. Shout out to Claudio. I'll shout you out, Claudio. If you're listening, shout out to my buddy Claudio and my buddy Marcus getting into the game, my two good friends. Yo, Sam, it's Claudio. Marcus keeping me up on making moves. I've been watching your YouTube streams last week or two. Hope y'all enjoying Florida. My boss convinced me to get into crypto. He just sent me $250 in ETH to start. We should catch up sometime. I've been watching your videos and messing around with TradingView with Marcus. In the meantime, I got lots to learn. There's someone every day who someone gave them some ETH, who someone gave them some Bitcoin. People believe. I was in a hot tub last night. Two guys were like, dude, this is a good time to buy. Like, I think I should be getting into Bitcoin. It's so funny. Then later on the next day, they saw me and they waved to me and their wives were there. And their wives were like, oh, you're the guy. You're the guy they were talking about all night. And I was like, what? I met them in the hot tub. And they were like, oh, you're the guy they were talking about all night. They're like, you're going to cost us a lot of money. And I just walked away. I was like, whatever, man. These people are funny to me, you know? I'm trying to give you as much data as I can about what's going on here, all right? I love the haters, man. Shout out to my haters. Love y'all. Shout out to the haters, man. We love you. Hot tub with two dudes is a wild night. Hey, man, it's a public hot tub on a rooftop deck. You know what I mean? Like, there was like 4 or 5 people in it. My wife was actually there. So whatever you want, man. I don't care. Supers, POLX, Bitcoin 3L in 22 hour. POLX, Bitcoin 3L on the 22 hour. Stop. Yeah, I'm the guy. Come up. Uncle Sam's Benjamin, a.k.a. Cash, freed the cash from custody. It was all said in his introduction of himself. Yeah, the Nazis did fly to Argentina, 100%. Can confirm, spent some time in Chile, and it felt way German down there. in the Patagonia region. Really? That's crazy. That episode was the bomb. How long ago did he go over DYDX? At the beginning of the show when it first started? Like 9:30, right? Look, on the 33. On the 33. And look, it's still bumping to the upside. More gains. More gains. Look, we talked about this pumping on the 1-minute chart, right? Look, we're about to hit the target. I showed you this flag here, too. Man, people say, oh, this is 6% right there again. And honestly, this is now in the money. In the money. About 17 to 15% gains, and we were all over it. We were all over it. We nailed it. Sean, we got gains, baby. We got gains, Sean. We got gains again. Shout out to everybody here on the live. It didn't take too long, though, for us to sniff out a winner in the game, baby, in the game. Didn't take too long to sniff out a winner in the game. FTT, could it come back up 1,417%? I'm not going to get it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to bring it up. But it could become like a Luna Classic. You know? This would be another dead coin that we get to trade. Sushi pumping to the upside. All the decentralized exchanges are getting busy. Sushi's decentralized, right? Uniswap should get a little bit of a move. You're thinking like, you know what I mean? And this is we broke this down for you. We talked about these ideas. Talked about this crazy wedge breaking to the upside. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Let me show you. It's a strange. It's not perfect, but it's there. And that broke the length of the pole to the upside. I mean, the length of the neck to the neckline. Take the longer one. Put it to where it comes out. And I mean, that's where we are right now with a swing out. I mean, that's insane. But that's exactly what was supposed to happen. Sushi 3L to the upside for massive gains. It's got to be like 20%. 34% gains in the game, right? And Uni pumping because Uni's decentralized. Now you're seeing we have a decentralized pump, C98. So now everyone is realizing like 1 inch will probably pump. Like I wouldn't be surprised if 1 inch. SafePal's pumping because it's a wallet you can trade out of. You see what's going on here? And now we identified and TWT's pumping. Look, that kept continuing to go. Because people are scared. And when people are scared, they run in. And now their fear is making them do the right thing. This is interesting. The fear is making them do the right thing. They're not panic selling. They're panic running into centralized exchanges. This is really a big idea. This is awesome. NFT pumping about. Look, injective protocol. All these interesting smaller exchanges. Let's take a look at 1 inch. I want to be, I don't love 1 inch, but wouldn't be surprised if 1 inch was getting some love. Yeah, got a pump. Every decentralized thing was getting a move here. Funny, XRP took a beat down today. Let's talk about that. They said Sam Bankman-Fried was like crashing XRP or something. I don't know, but look, it crashed hard. Look, it fell down. Just like Bitcoin came back up. Looks just like Bitcoin now. It's got the cup and handle. If Bitcoin pumps, XRP will pump back to the upside. Let's take a look at XRP by itself on like the 3-day chart. I believe it's a great time. That's a beautiful rounded bottom for XRP. If it holds that point of control, which is likely, it doesn't seem much more liquidity, it's likely to head up to the upside. Let's take a look at XRP now on the bigger time frame. You got this huge trend line you need to break through. Once you get through that, you're gone. It's going to take some time. So you wait for this trend line to break. You wait for a daily candle to close on the other side of this trend line, and that would be the catalyst for a bigger move to the upside. The 3-day chart suggests you're about to see a move for XRP. So get ready. Because honestly, if Gary collapses, which he may not be able to take the stress. I don't know how he's sleeping at night because everyone in the world knows what he did. Even if he's right and he thinks he's right and he gets away with it, when everyone knows you're a scumbag, you don't get away with anything. People don't respect you, and people don't like you, and people don't love you, and then you don't receive God's blessings on this earth. So when you screw everyone around you, enough people find out. Even if you win, fine, you don't go to jail, fine, you're the best, fine, you make all the rules. You know what? You can take the rules all you want. You can take all that. I want respect from people. I want people to know and love me throughout the world. I want to be able to go anywhere I want throughout the world and be brought into their homes, be respected, be treated with love, light, and happiness. And that's what I'm going for. And that's what we look for every single day here. So XRP USDT, possible move on the 3-day chart to the upside. I'm going to watch it closely. It does have to hold this bottom area here, but I'm watching this. This could make look at that, 500% gains to 197%. $1.97. 3-day chart. Now the 10-day chart, horrible. Look at that. This isn't too good. But I've never really traded the 10-day chart in my life. 1, 2, 3. This suggests a nasty dump is coming, though. Maybe one more flush out. You know, bounce back up, and then we're gone. There's a chance. I'm open-minded. I do believe XRP in the long run is going to be a great, great buy. So I continue to gobble up my XRP and hold it for the long term. BNB also a great coin to hold right now. BNB is strong. BNB is the strongest coin. We put it in this cup and handle. Let's talk about it. It broke out. Has a bearish engulfing candle. Broke back down, right? But it's holding areas that it held before pretty nicely. BNB coin is a coin that I absolutely love. All right. I'm not going to analyze it right now. I want to see the market kind of shift a little bit. I like this decentralized idea. Uncle Sam's Benjamin, a.k.a. Cash, freed the cash from custody. It was all said in his introduction of himself. That's crazy. Do you even have haters? You're the best. Honestly, like, that's what people say. Like, they're rare. They're few and far between. Sam, where can you pick up XRP right now? On KuCoin. You'd have to buy, you have to get, stuffing on Coinbase, send US Tether or XLM, whatever you want. Once you get it over there, you transfer it to Tether or back to USDC, and you could buy it on KuCoin, Look, BNB on FTX. I want to get an XRP bag soon. Hey, it's still a beautiful price. Like, it's pretty close to where I bought it years ago. Not every day, but every day I can. I will follow the lifer into hell and fight demons and lizards with him. Yo, I love you. I love you. Yo, the reptilians got nothing on us, man. We're going to rip through each and every one of them. These lizard people got nothing on us, man. We're going to tear through the lizard people. They envy us. The unanointed ones, right? The inorganic ones. Who knows who I'm talking about? The inorganic ones. You know that's a reference to, right? The cat down the road. The cat down the road. Who listens to the cat down the road now? Oh, slow motion, baby. Slow motion. Slow motion over here. The cat down the road. Lizards are weak, baby. Yes, sir. Ha, 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 ha. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't even have to mention him by name. Y'all know exactly. Because me and him vibe out in the same vibe, man. Breathe in that prana, baby. I don't like that he swears. I could tell him he could raise his frequency. Hi, Sam. Hope you enjoyed a good walk at the beach. I did enjoy a good walk at the beach. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. The lizard people from the tunnels, man. The deep underground bases, man. The dumbs, man. What you know about magneto-leviton trains? What you know about magneto-leviton trains? You probably don't know a dang thing. Why don't you Google that and find out where that takes you? Seriously. You don't even know, man. I blow your mind. What do you know about USOs? Magneto-leviton trains, man. Dude, that will blow your mind. Don't even. What you know about USOs? Unidentified submerged objects. USOs. All right? Not UFOs. USOs. All right? Look, I'll blue here. What you know about hydrophobic soil? I'll put you on to things you never thought possible. It'll blow your mind. Hydrophobic soil is a soil whose particles repel water. The layer of hydrophobicity is commonly found at the few centimeters below the surface parallel to the soil profile. After files, the hydrophobic soils. Place a drop of water on the dry soil in 1 minute. The water beads and the soil layer is hydrophobic. How to find hydrophobic soil. Break that down. Anyway, you might not have any idea what I'm doing, but unidentified submerged objects. I learned about them 20 years ago, right? Everyone talking about UFOs. Identified submerged objects. Unidentified submerged objects in sensor detection. Unsealed alien files. Unidentified submerged objects. I just put you on. Everyone knows what a UFO is. No one talks about USOs. These things open up the water and go right into the earth, man. And it's happened many, many times. People have identified it. 10 allegedly undergone alien UFO bases. Stillness in the storm. Anyway, you can go wherever you want with this stuff. I'm just trying to blow your mind. Coral Castle is one other thing I would put you on to right now. Coral Castle will just absolutely blow your mind. Definitely a place I've never been to physically. I need to go there and check it out. This guy created this place with his own hands. This is all coral that he supposedly took out of the ground. No one can figure out how he moved it. He said he did it with literally changing the polarities of the he knew what kind of stone he needed. He needed coral. It's like hard coral or something like, and he knew he could train the polarities of it, and he would put them under this pulley system, somehow create an electric energy flow, and he said he would change the polarities and he would be able to float the stones. He worked all by himself. No one knew how he moved this. To this day, he said he knew the language of the pyramids. This is insane. It's called Coral Castle. You can still go it to this day. He had to move it too at one point. This door was on a pebble. It's a 1-ton door. When it was working right now, it's not. When it was working operational, when he was around, a 3-year-old girl could push this and move the 1-ton stone. He knew exactly how to put things in ratio. He could cut all this stuff too. He was a Freemason, stonemason. He made a book about a book for every home. Sweet. And you want to get this book, A Book for Every Home by Ed Leeds Scalene, containing 3, you definitely want to get this. A Book in Every Home containing 3 subjects, Ed Sweet 16, Domestic and Political Views. Dude, Ed wrote this book from 1936. Ed Leeds Scalene, all right? Listen. I'm blowing your mind on a Saturday night. Ed Leeds Scalene, this dude will blow your mind, okay? Born in 1887 in Latvia, moves to Florida, right? Comes out of nowhere. At the age of 26, he was engaged to marry Agnes, who was 10 years younger. However, the girl who let skiing was referred to as a Sweet 16 broke their engagement. He then decided to immigrate to North America. Never was the same. But the idea was he became interested in general theory of magnetism. His 4 pamphlets addressing interaction of electricity, magnetism, and the body. Ledskalene also included a number of simple experiments to validate his theories, contradicting the statement model of electromagnetism, but remarkably in line with the concept of magnetic moment. Electrospin theory. His thesis is based upon the theory that the metal itself is not the magnet, and that the real magnets are circulating in the metal. These individuals' north and south pole magnets are particularly smaller than atoms or photons, and each particle in the substance was an individual magnet by itself. Leeds-Scalene claimed that all matter was being acted upon by what he called the individual magnets. He also claimed that scientists of his time were looking in the wrong place for the understanding of electricity, and that they were observing the only one half of the whole concept, with one-sided tools of measurement. Magnets in general are indestructible. For instance, you can burn wood and flesh. You cannot destroy the body. You can destroy the body, but you cannot destroy the magnets that hold the body together. They go somewhere else. Iron has more magnets than wood, and even different substances have different numbers of magnets. He'll blow your mind. Ed Leeds Scalene, I hope I put you onto something you'll never be the same for the rest of your life. Anyway, I know more than crypto, and all this stuff led me to crypto. I want to let you know. When my mind was open and I saw realizing the possibilities of everything and all the possibilities of life, I began to grow. I began to learn, and I began to expand my knowledge. I never let my education interfere. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. Super important information. Again, a Saturday night is the only night you'll see me do a little off-topic stuff like this. Every other day, we will stay. All right? Humans are quantum computers. We can be entangled by energy far, far away. Spooky connection at a distance. I need to get that dude from the Y-Files to do a video on this. Hey, baby. Supers, POLX, Bitcoin 3L on the 22-hour. Let's take a look at BTC 3L on the 22-hour. Coral Castle will blow your mind. USOs will blow your mind. I will attempt to blow your mind. Let's take a look at the 22-hour and look what it see. Let's see what it looks like. So you're looking for a V-shaped recovery for Bitcoin 3L, right? Now, if Bitcoin pumps like we say it will, this will pump up. But look at that 22-hour. It doesn't look that healthy. MACD cross is coming, though, showing signs of life. We even said that we ended up down there. We did. It's funny. So look, what we see is this now. And you got yourself a nice falling wedge. You need bullish divergence, 12-hour, 4-hour time frame. You need some bullish divvy. You don't really have it here. You have it right there slightly, but it's not good enough. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Not really. That's kind of flatter. You could almost say like you may, Again, I'm open-minded. This says you're going to dump on the 1-hour time frame. See that? 22-hour wants to pump. 4-hour time frame's so overbought. Doesn't look too good right now, in my humble opinion. But is it doing that same thing Bitcoin is in the 1 hour? with the high 200. It is. It could get we could just see this huge short squeeze. You know, we could see a huge short squeeze. High point of control. I know it's defying all the odds, but this is something I see. The gravitation up to the 200 simple. Doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure. Nothing is guaranteed. If it was, then I'd be 100%, and nobody is. Remember that. Keep repeating that to yourself. Euclid's 47 problem. I know that. Yep. We use the solid state physics stuff for these trades and stuff. For the proper supercoin creates more valence electrons. Is it bedtime yet? I just went down to the Saban in Frankish after someone bought it up in a chat. Humans are quantum computers. We can be entangled by energy far, far away. Spooky connection at a distance. I believe that. That's why we're all here together the way we are. Bullpenned on the 1 hour time frame. Weekly candle close. Live stream tomorrow night. We scan all markets for Monday morning. Yep, we get you ready for the week ahead. Every single Sunday night, baby. Every single Sunday. And I teach class. Remember, I'm teaching class every Tuesday from 3 to 5. Jump on in. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Go to cryptolifer.com. Check out cryptolifer.com too. We got the .com ready and up for you. Bunch of resources, things that you can check out. Go to cryptolifer.com. All right? We're not stopping. We're moving at the speed of light. Now YouTube is saying it's not getting enough data, but it was getting data the whole time. But the second I mention, pretty weird. Anyway, yeah. We covered a lot today. I believe we went over so much in-depth information. It was unbelievable. Sushi Schwab, I'm showing you the fact that decentralized exchanges are trying to pump to the upside. We went over that. We showed you where the money is flowing in crypto. I made a trade that, I put out a setup that I liked, and it actually began to pump on the live. Like, you guys saw things starting to move. I made the whole idea of the narrative. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say to you should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Head bobbing. I need to edit it. Let's do some trading. That seems like a good idea. My man isn't supposed to be dirty. LOL. I don't even know. I don't know what this dude's saying. D-Wave Quantum Computing. Sam Pass, a few days. I just introduced your YouTube channel to a millionaire family. I told them to join your Discord and see your victory all these months, and you are the real deal. Hey, man, let them know the deal. Many, many millionaires follow me. Many, many millionaires follow me. I've met them. I've met a few people worth over $500 million that watch my channel and just loved me. And they've taken me golfing. They've done awesome things for me. I'm telling you right now, this channel has changed my whole life. I have friends all over the world that do amazing things. I'm about to meet my boy tomorrow. He's got 1 million followers on Instagram. He's doing them. His girl has 3 million followers on Instagram. They are a power couple. And he's gonna, we're gonna download each other's energy. We're gonna have a blast tomorrow. I cannot wait. The Matrix, yeah, they're trying to play games. Not happening though. It's just not happening. It's not happening. I refuse. I refuse that reality. Excellent connection. I refuse that reality. It's excellent now. Right when I said I refuse, it disappeared. Like, I just did not allow it. I don't allow negative energy into my life. All right? I don't allow it in. It doesn't have a... If you're at a good frequency, it can't come in. It's not meant to come in. Okay? So look, the 1 hour is about to dump on you hard. I mean, look at the stochastics. They want to go, pew, and this wants to go, right? You got to heed that. 15-minute wants to come back up. So look, as I said before, man, the 15-minute can do amazing things. Amazing things. However, it could even do this. It could do unamazing things. I've seen this. And this will just continue to dump. The idea is, once you get to this point, that would be an aggressive buy with a stop loss somewhere below these areas here, right? So you get in, stop loss below here, see if you can get the pump. Again, that's how I would look at it. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying a stop. Like, if I were to play this, I get in, wait for it to come to the bottom of the pattern, get in there, stop loss below here. Stop loss would be below 16,005, right? See if you can get the run up all the way back to 17,005. High risk, though. Very, very high risk. And we could just go sideways into Sunday night. So here's the deal. Bitcoin's going to reset on the 1 hour time frame. If this comes down and begins to dump, and it will bearishly retest this area on like the 5 or the 7, that'll give you short confirmation. If it continues to go sideways and we wake up tomorrow morning, we can still long the flag, all right? So there's a chance you do dump on the 1 hour time frame. I would watch it closely. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to jump on out for the night. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I love you. I'm going to take a look at POLX. I just bought FTT. Yikes. You got to be negative to repel it. Don't get it twisted. We got millionaires in our trading group. Oh, yeah. I'm about to book a trade course with you, Sam. Your moving average tutorial changed my life. Thank you. Anytime, man. Anytime. You always deserve 1 million subs or something because you are like a radio presenter. Thank you, man. That POLX was heavy resistance in TA. Boom, baby, boom. Caspa looking interesting. POLX is just a tiny little coin. Not a lot of liquidity. I'm going to go over it, but I'm just not that excited about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yay. I'm more excited about this DXY pump that's doing damage right now. And look, now you can flag out again. Zoom in and see what's going on here. Again, I am looking at a very small 1 minute chart. I get it. I don't like to trade the 1 minute too much. But are you doing something like this? It's all about that trend. If that trend line holds, then this is the pattern you're going to be in. You'd be surprised how much your subconscious mind is doing. It's doing a lot of math for you without you realizing it. You just got to feed it the information so when you go to bed, it starts working on things for you while you're asleep. And that's what I tell everybody. It's about reworking your subconscious mind. I teach way more than trading. I teach how to rework the subconscious mind. Because if your subconscious mind believes you're a loser and you're not going to do good, you think you're not going to do anything good with your life, then you're not. Simple as that, right? Let's take a look at the DXY, which is so similar to DYDX. Don't get those confused, right? The Dixie, the DXY, all right? So the DXY dropped all the way down here. I mean, this is beautiful. You see this? Let's take a look. This definitely, even though they've been somewhat decoupled, this will seal BTC's fate. So, I mean, look, this rising wedge needed to break to the downside. Your measured move is the length of the base of the pole here, okay? We called this rising wedge down. Remember when we had here, we said this is going to drop? We got it. Then I said, can we bearishly retest? We made an M. I drew this M when we were here. I called the top of the dollar. Everyone can say that. If we never go back up, I did call the top of that dollar. So M here dropping to the downside. That's what we looked at. And the M did drop to the downside just as suggested. And it went even lower, which is great. Now, look, the length of the pole here was where you were going to go. You take the length of the base of this triangle here. And you swing it to here. And magically, pretty spot on, right? Actually, I was like, let's be even more precise. I think I let it hang a little bit. But you go from here to here exactly. And then you go from here to here exactly. Look at that. Like, it's so weird. How does this happen every single time? Like, to a T, within like a buck or two. I don't understand, but that's technical analysis. It just tends to play out. So now the dollar will try to rip back up. It's going to get oversold on multiple time frames. And it's going to attempt to make a move. But this was a collapse. I mean, you can see the shoulder, head, and shoulder here. Shoulder, head, and the shoulder to the downside. That's also a head and shoulder to the downside. And your measured move, look at this. I mean, this is amazing how this stuff plays out. That's a head and shoulder. Your neckline is from here to here, right? You swing that, and that's where you're supposed to go. Same scenario. Look how the technical analysis plays out over and over again. I showed you the bearish divvy over and over again. Swing up to swing up, but here we were swinging to the downside. This told you that we had issues and that the dollar index could not continue to the upside. I mean, if Sam Bankman-Fried didn't do this, and we didn't have this Black Swan event, which we have right now, Bitcoin would be well above where it should be. And my Bitcoin buy at 19,282 would be doing damage. But that's why you got to know. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I don't mean to keep forgetting about POLX. I just do. The 1 hour does want to roll over. If this dumps all the way back down to here, I would not be surprised. The stochastics are high in the 1 hour time frame. I do not open up longs when the 1 hour time frame is overbought. All right? But we could just go sideways. So, watch the 1 hour time frame. It's the sketchy one to watch out for. And POLX, real quick. Sorry it took me so long to do POLX. I greatly apologize. I just, I had bigger fish to fry, and I had some information that I wanted to share. So, POLX, polyastic on KuCoin. Let's take a look. So it's doing the same kind of Bitcoin thing, but it's got a bit of a double bottom here, does it not? And it could be doing an Adam and Eve double bottom. So let's take a look. Is it doing one of these Adam? And then here's our Eve, right? Won't be the first time that we saw something like this. Remember, moving averages are getting tight. Will it gravitate back up to the 200 simple? Back to this area of liquidity. Here and possibly here. Okay? This is interesting. Falling wedge, right? Some consider it cup and handle. You can see how if Bitcoin pumps, this will break on out. POLX is looking pretty nice in this, this idea here. Now, it could just go sideways for a little longer and then make its way out of the flag, or it could pump. No guarantees. Only 20%. It's a little high risk for the 20, in my humble opinion. But you are at a very bottom, and it's possible you've double bottomed here with an Adam and Eve. Watching POLX closely to gravitate up towards the 200 simple. All right? So, polyastic. I do believe it has some decentralized features to it as well. And there's a lot of decentralized coins. Now they're going to start getting the limelight. It's actually, every time I think this was a bad thing, I realize it wasn't. I'm like, this is actually the best thing that ever happened to crypto. Because 5 years from now, 10 years from now, someone won't be able to do this to crypto. The things that they've been doing for years and years and years to the legacy system and getting away with it over and over and over. Look at this guy. He was insider trading just a year, and they've been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years, and they still catching the same people doing the same thing, paying off the same politicians, doing the same stuff. At Federal Reserve was doing insider trading. Who wasn't? The people we don't even mention, the P's, PELOS, just they're all doing it. So this is the greatest thing that could ever happen to crypto. If we get so decentralized that we won't have an entity and we're all just in between ourselves doing our thing, it's really where it's going to be at. It's really where it's going to change the entire way we look at crypto. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for each and every one of us. And I'm excited to take on these demons and to go all the way with God. Everyone, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Everyone, I love you more than you would ever know. Love is the strongest frequency. We will do it like we do it every single day. Be safe. I love you. I'll catch you on the next one.